Hello, everyone, and welcome back to a new post-Radcon 4 episode of the Pro Crastinators podcast. I am the best guy ever. Oh, by the way, this episode 203, love numbers. I'm the best guy ever. We got give and take over here.
Oh my god, Radcon 4. It feels like it didn't take any time at all, and basically didn't even happen. It was so quick.
I'm just, nothing has changed. I'm back in my seat. I'm just looking over, and I have two new pins, one of which is a Radcon 4 pin. How interesting. Tom Oliver's here.
Don't you love how we had that brief spike of interesting mix-up content, and now we're back to the same four people who are always on the podcast? It's great. It's great that we're settled back into our monotony of weekly output. We're back in all the wrong ways.
Speaking of our monotonous fourth individual, here's Ben Sane, everybody.
Hey guys. Shit. Fuck you. I had something I was gonna say. No, stop. We're not moving on until I remember what it was. Radcon. It went really fast. What?
Life comes at you pretty fast.
No. Sorry. We're gonna take as long as we need. Something about how fast it went, or going. You idiots said things about Radcon that were sort of related to what I was going to say. And
I said that Radcon felt like it was going real fast and it's like basically nothing happened at all. Is that what it?
True.
I was going to say, because I was going to make the brilliant observation that it's actually been like 3 weeks since we recorded a regular episode, and it feels weird.
Indeed.
Yeah, because we didn't do one last 2 weeks ago, and then the one before that was... the live one.
Right.
Yeah.
Weird.
That's
Weird
right.
and wacky.
Well, we're glad to have you folks back. And we've got tales to tell and stories to divulge about Radcon, the content we made, the meetup, all kinds of fun stuff.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do. We've got
you'll see that
we got
stuff's already
stories
coming out. We got a bunch
7-Eleven.
of 7-Eleven was a cool
Remember
thing.
that 7-Eleven?
Radcon 4, sponsored by 7-Eleven.
Radcon 4 was sponsored. It was maintained by 7-Eleven.
You know, I was really hoping we would see the return of world-famous beloved character 9/11 in the Royal Rumble, but I hear he came down with that coronavirus.
Fucking 7-Eleven should have been in the Rumble.
Coronavirus isn't hot enough to melt steel beams. This is bullshit.
Next time, we got to bring back 9/11 and his son, 7-Eleven, as a tag team duo.
It's only 2 years younger.
Hey, speaking of pins that I mentioned before, I just want to tell this tale. So we had the meetup, and you know what? I want to say it, but something isn't out yet that needs to be out as a part. Okay, I'll just tell you what I can tell you, which is that at Radcon for the meetup on Pi Day, March 14th, it was a great time. We got images, show notes, look at all the people who showed up. Oh, by the way, guys, I didn't show you yet, but Victor sent me like the pictures of the meetups and the OVA photo shoot calendar pics that they exist. So I'll get them to you soon. And and the big group shot of all of us at Radcon. Maybe I'll grab that shortly. What I was going to say about the meetup was that it was a great time. People showed up. Not too many people were spooked off by the virus, which was nice. And
this
it was maybe
before,
like 30...
I'm sorry. I was going to say, it's funny. Like, I feel like the coronavirus thing went from, like, spooky rumor to, like, real shit pandemic, like, while we were at Radcon.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
It's very funny. Like, once we were there, we realized, like, oh, shit. Like, things are getting real. Hippo, you might... There's a real possibility that you might, like, not be allowed to fly home.
Yeah.
Didn't end up happening.
I never felt like that was, like, a possibility, just because of, like, why would they not let a foreign person leave? That seems like anti-American.
Well, the UK might have said, like, no flights from America or something.
Maybe. I mean, I don't think...
That's true.
I guess I just wasn't thinking that was going to happen in the time frame.
That had entered my thought, but I was just like, even in the worst case scenario, Gib will just stay with Digi for a while, who lives right there, and it'll all be fine and good.
I'll do a bunch of weed,
wouldn't be
and
fun
I'll be
for you,
completely destroyed as a man.
That would have been so funny.
Imagine how much weed you would inhale just passing Digi on an average day at his home, in his base. It would be nightmarish. But hey, about the meetup, I just want to say that if you came, I'm sure you had a great time, as we all did. Part of the photo, go down the legacy.
Yeah.
It was the first like dedicated PCP meetup, I think. Not like a RFCK thing or any of that side stuff or a BronyCon one. This is for the PCP Radcon specifically. And you people, if you didn't come, boy, oh boy, did you miss out. Because at the brilliant suggestion of Tom Oliver, were produced, and there will be links in the show notes to this, the wonderful PCP Pennies, the cryptocurrency, decentralized crypto punk currency that we gave out in real life to all attendees for free. And word on the street is they're going to the moon.
It's such a powerful cryptocurrency that it only exists in physical space. You can only have physical coins.
I've been looking at the stock markets. The economy is tanking. Ripple is way down, but PC pennies are picking up the
remaining
slack.
stagnant at value of 1 pin per pin. You're just not fluctuating at all.
To go to Gibbs' point, it's not so much a cryptocurrency as it is a cryptid currency. They apparently exist out there, but the sightings are very slim.
You'll please click the link in the show notes if you don't physically own one, you hack who didn't even come to Radcon meetup. It's Tom made the design. It's beautiful. It's real. I'm holding it in my hands right now. It's next to my Radcon 4-pin, and we gave them away for free to the people who showed up.
Wait,
extras.
Wait, before we move on,
Sure.
at the meetup, who was it? I'm trying to find the name of the guy. Ben
Which
Rodia.
one?
Ben Rodia came to the meetup, and he made a gigantic punk plush.
Of course.
The life-size punk plush that I have on my chair right now. She's doing like a cool, sitting down, what are you looking at sort of pose.
Legendary way to... It
We
was
gotta get
unveiled
pictures of all
right
those
at the
things.
end of the meetup too. None of us saw it coming, and then all of a sudden there was Punk, life size.
Yeah, he just ran to his hotel room and got it. It's so cool.
Let me say, friggin' Eric was there. Dune Kun was there, endorsing slavery the hero he is.
Friggin' Eric.
Friggin' who made the rad shot. Friggin' Eric.
Oh, right.
The gunsmith.
Gotcha.
Gunman.
And there was all kinds of kooky characters that came to that place. It was great. It was such a wonderful experience. We were there for 6 hours walking around Virginia Beach.
We hung out most of the day. Well, most of the evening, I guess.
And there will be... I'll make sure those images are linked.
Zen Huxtable came.
That's right. Zen was there for a day. He was involved in a little bit of rad content, which was cool. I won't say what, but it'll be out pretty darn soon.
There was that Fern guy that I know tangentially a little bit about from knowing
but he wasn't there for Radcon, so fuck that.
While
Zen was there, I was I was asleep. I was asleep the entire time Zen was there.
Lol.
I think because I had it's because I had stayed up the previous night making my I was doing something for one. I think for the
you were working on your board
lecture.
for the Christian
I was working on the board
while me and Jesse were streaming.
Right.
Yeah, during the stream, I sat there trying to write shit on the board, but just getting distracted and not getting any work done.
We were the fucking heroes of
after
streaming
the stream
that
ended.
entire week. Me, you, and Jesse, and Gib. We were all up all night, every night, streaming like badasses. It was sick.
That's true.
I was
That's true.
Actually, the first couple nights I was up for a long time every night in my bed reading One Piece on my phone, which ended up being a big waste of time because I didn't actually manage to quite... I'm still 30 chapters behind, so I didn't catch up in time to get on the Podcast, but
you still could at any time.
I probably will. Actually, I forgot about that, but yeah, I'm I'm almost caught up now.
Word.
Yeah.
Word.
Cool. God, there's so much things that were recorded. It feels like because of the whole thing with there was 6 or 7 lectures, and to do the lectures, we didn't perfectly figure out exactly everything before we arrived. I think most of us had most of the general idea, but so much time was spent finishing off notes, writing stuff on the board, and then doing the lectures. So many hours of the 10 days.
That's true.
You all, not you, Hippo, but you all fuckers, why are your lectures so fucking long? I can't talk.
I don't want them to be.
I can't
I
talk
prefer
for
it to
two,
not be.
I can't
just a
talk
lot.
about. I'm just so talented that I'm so succinct that I can't make a lecture more than 2 hours, even if I try. I thought the Christian would be longer than that, but it wasn't.
Yeah, it served you well.
But we spent a lot of the time just in these fucking unbelievably long lectures. It was like, especially towards the end.
I haven't done the math, but we like either tied or slightly more lectures at Radcon 4 than like any of our previous Radcons. I can't quite. I mean, whatever. I'll do the math later. But
I mean, how much math is it? You just got to count to 7.
Well, I just don't remember is the issue. I guess it's not a math question. It's a simple remembrance question of how many fucking things happened. But it doesn't matter. Nonetheless, it was epic, and the classroom theme was good and fair, and it pervaded lots of the stuff. When we were coming up with scripts for various of our productions, we were able to incorporate the school PCPU theme very well. So that meme's really got legs. It's really going places. It's good stuff.
Radcon 4. What do you guys think, guys? Let's take a vote. Radcon 4, based or cringe?
I would say based, but I wanted it to be longer. By the time it was over, I was like, damn, is that it?
Let's address that real quick. Because, okay, at Radcon 3, like, Ben showed up halfway through. So, like, we couldn't do lectures until that point.
It's so strange to me to think that I was not even there for, like, I was only there for, like, a little over
5
half.
days or so?
I don't know, but, like, and Radcon 4 felt way faster.
It did. It really did.
I think it really comes down to, like, the first few days we were hardcore filming really... the OVA was like a big project. The day out, the meetup was a whole like day out. Yeah. So it's like, and basically everything else was like really strenuous, like constant work, and I don't know.
It did feel like constant work.
Yeah,
we felt like we were really busy the whole time at Radcon 4.
Like time flies when you're when you're doing work, I guess.
Yeah,
I think it's because we crammed so many. We did like 3 lectures in one day at Radcon 3, if I remember correctly, because we were hitting the wall and we had to do it.
Wait, at 3?
Yeah,
I think so.
I don't remember.
Well, maybe it wasn't. Right. Maybe it wasn't 3 lectures.
At least 2.
At least 2.
Yeah,
we were going pretty
did that,
early
like,
into the morn.
Yeah, we went like all night.
Oh yeah, I
think
in Radcon 3 it was like Tom's lecture followed by Nate's Final Fantasy lecture was one of the days.
Oh god, did we do both those the same day?
God, what a nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did 2 lectures in a row this time too. One of them was Hippos, and yours was reasonable.
Hippos was mercifully shorter though.
Yeah.
It is already out.
Yeah.
Go click the link.
I don't think we need to release them that fast.
I mean, yeah, it's not super important.
My Jennifer Diane Wright's lecture, whose title I'm still debating. I'm constantly going back and forth on what I want to title it, but it's almost ready. Just it's basically all edited. I just have to like figure out some like weird editing or weird like rendering hiccups, and that's basically ready to go. But like. The CWC one I'm probably not going to do that one for a little while. That's going to backburner that while I work on finishing the Slime and Punishment finale.
Sure.
I don't know. I might just kind of I don't know.
The people will want to hear that. People want it.
How many lectures are people going to watch in like? Are people going to watch a lecture every day? No.
Well, that's fair.
They might.
Maybe.
Some might. I think giving them like I don't know, 2 or 3 days. Like if like I was in control of releasing exactly one, I'd release one every maybe like 2 days or something. I think that's enough time for the people who are the most interested to consume and whatnot.
God damn, the Radcon. I mean, it was frustrating at the time, but in hindsight, I feel like it was maybe a good thing that the content from Radcon 3 took so long to release, and it was trickling out over the course of like a year plus.
That's not a terrible thing. It keeps people interested, and the Radcon cycle turning. It took a full year for T-Bat Resurrection to come out, and I don't really think it hurt anything particularly.
No, I don't think so either.
If anything, it kind of kept like interest alive in Radcon overall. Like, imagine if they'd all come out in like, I don't know, 2 weeks, and then you had 2 dead years.
10. Well, I mean, maybe if we had gotten the content out faster, we would have thought about organizing Radcon 4 sooner. Think about that.
That is true. That is true.
That, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I wasn't even thinking about it because I was so swamped with the stuff we were still doing. So that's fair.
Yeah. Like this time, probably we're gonna have like the OVA will probably take at least a couple months to come out, and the Dojin will probably be after that.
Probably.
Yeah.
So, or maybe they'll come out together. I don't know.
The music video, I don't think will take that long to get done, but we have some work to do on it still.
The music video will be out less than a month, probably, right?
I would assume so.
Probably, if we get all the song release stuff arranged, which shouldn't be too complicated.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, what did you think of my first lecture, my first foray into talking in front of people?
Dude, it was good. It was good. It was a good lecture.
It was good. I mean, it was the first very small, like, focus. Although it was more, it had more, like, lore than I expected it to. It went a little longer than I expected, which wasn't a problem.
It makes sense.
This is a new territory of small, very specific lectures that we need more of. This could be the future of lectures, as we're out of gigantic, big series that we could talk about for 4 hours. Or, there's less.
We're not out of those.
Never
We're not out of those.
I think it's good. It's a good precedent to set, though, because I think we all have a lot more of those kinds of lectures in us than the big 4-hour ones.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was debating for so long, like before, like, do I even know enough about a big thing that I can talk about a whole big thing in a lecture? And I guess I forgot about one thing that I could do next time. So that's a secret tease for the next one.
Yeah, I'm not trying to imply that there aren't any. It's just
get your wallets out for Radcon 5, boys. Gibbs already ready to go.
I guess next time I'll do that. I'll do that Ulalilia one, but I really doubt it'll be like long. It's actually pretty quick to explain what his books are about. They're pretty. They're sort of devoid of interesting facets.
Well, I mean, I am curious how successful like a half an hour lecture would be, as an example. That's in the same style. Probably
it would.
pretty
I'm
good.
sure it would do fine. I'm sure it wouldn't be a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, certainly.
Yeah, I'm gonna vote. Radcon 4 was cringe.
No. No.
In what
Big
way?
cringe.
Cite your sources. Explain your argument.
It was cringe in that I had to wake up and do things. Oh, that's cringe.
It was. Yeah. Thank you.
You know what was really cringe about Radcon 4? Our diet the entire week. It was terrible.
Well, some might argue that's base.
No,
I definitely
no, it was
got
not.
I feel like
I
it was
got
better
fat.
than Radcon 3. Because Radcon 3 was almost entirely cereal and then fast food.
Well,
that's true.
the first half of Radcon 3's diet was cringe.
This time we had bacon and eggs, which is sort of kind
Bacon
of
egg.
good.
It was a staple of
There was
Radcon
bacon
4
egg.
survival. Bacon egg.
There
ruled.
was more alcohol at this one.
The second half of
true,
Radcon 3, Nate's and Ben's parents brought us over like real food. So the second half of
that's
Radcon
right.
3
Didn't
definitely
they bring like
was base.
turkey
Sandwiches?
or mashed potatoes or
It was
something?
like a
Yeah,
big
yeah.
beef stew or something.
There was a
right?
lot of
stew.
like just like real
Stuffing
food.
and-
And
Yeah.
it was good. And
Thank
to the point
God.
where we didn't use like half the groceries we bought at the beginning of the week.
That's true.
That was pretty cringe.
Nobody drank any fucking beer. I was like the only one that drank beer. I don't even like drink beer usually, but like we were there at Radcon, we had a big case of beer. I was like, well, I feel like it's in the spirit of the event to be drinking this all the time.
I don't
and then
drink
I did.
much
beer
prefer beer to
ever.
hard liquor in any capacity.
If I ever choose between a shot of vodka and a beer, I'll take a shot of vodka. Every time.
100%.
It's just
A beer is pleasant.
we were on vacation. I don't know why everybody didn't constantly have a beer in their hand. It would have been funny.
It's because you
I-
had
I
them all,
mean,
Ben.
I would have if it was like brought up more. I like the whole
I
tiki bar
wouldn't
thing.
I wouldn't have had them all if other people had been drinking them.
This is a chicken and egg situation.
It is.
Like the whole tiki bar aspect. I don't think I was there for like coming up with that for the Kickstarter. So I wasn't like thinking of this as like, oh, the alcohol Radcon. So I never really thought to do it until it was a stream time.
Yeah, well, the first night, I definitely got significantly drunk.
Oh,
And
That was
thank
the best
God.
night. That was
My
the
God.
best night. That was the best
It was
stream.
the best night.
It
But
was the
also,
best
if
night
it was
until
fun.
after the stream, where I literally threw up in my sleep and woke up covered
did
in
happen.
puke. It was
Wait,
bad.
oh God, did that happen?
That did happen.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
awful.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was fucked up.
I puked, but famously, I deliberately, strategically puked during the stream, and it worked like a charm,
Right.
and it was the
Yeah.
best decision I ever made.
I should have done what you did. I've
It was
never
so
been that
good.
drunk in my life, and I never will again. I've learned my lesson.
Lol. I've been way drunker than that many times.
As have I. But I've made a, what's the word? A conscientious objector stance.
What?
It's morally wrong, and no one should do it. It's
terrible.
immoral.
Terrible. Anyway.
No fun allowed in Nate's life.
No fun allowed.
And
No, I can't have it.
I'm disappointed. We had to leave all the extra alcohol with Digi, so now he's got like half a handle of gin, half a handle of vodka, and half a thing of like.
Amusingly,
Victor
the
got
people
the
may
whiskey.
know, as we were transporting those out of the house, we like lost all the lids. So we
Yeah.
had these like open containers
I
of,
had
of
to
gin
sit in the
rattling
back
around.
I had to sit in the back of Jesse's car with these
Yeah.
open liquor bottles, which I think is illegal.
That's illegal.
That's
illegal,
definitely
yeah.
illegal, but I did it anyway. Cause
Yep.
fuck the police.
I mean, it's not illegal for
ACAB,
you. I think it's illegal
ACAB.
for Jesse since he was
Yeah.
driving.
Oh yeah, true.
But whatever.
Even if like they breathalyzed you and you had no blood alcohol.
It's still illegal because I mean, you could theoretically be sipping a little bit or something, and it's just to discourage, drinking and driving.
I don't see
as I understand
why
it.
it would be illegal. Okay, I don't see why it should be illegal to drive with open containers if you are like demonstrably not drunk.
There have been times, this has amused me, when, like, I remember when I was in college or something, and my dad would pick me up from the airport, and dad would greet me in the car, and he would have, like, a beer for me, and generally speaking, not to shit on my dad, but also, like, one
God.
for himself.
Oh,
and
don't
we would, like,
say
be
that.
drunk.
Oh, don't fucking tell me that. That sucks.
Well, it was like
sucks.
one though. It wasn't
No,
really that
that-
bad or that serious.
that
It
fucking
just is technically illegal.
sucks.
Which is amusing.
Dab, ACAB.
Oh, dad. I mean, that's one of the cool dad things that dad does sometimes.
No, it's not. What,
Why?
driving
One
drunk
beer
is
is not
not
gonna make
cool.
you-
It's not cool dad behavior.
Dude,
Why? Explain
Dad
why.
crashed
What do you
the
mean?
car.
Why?
That's so
Why is
fucking
driving
rad.
drunk not cool? I don't
Is
know, Nate.
one
I
beer
don't
gonna
know,
get
Nate.
our
I guess,
dad drunk, Ben? Is that the point?
I guess not. I guess. All right. You shouldn't. Whatever.
I'm not encouraging it, but if you want to be cool, I'm just,
Nate, your
just
sense
putting
of
that out
cool is like fucked, and it sucks.
there. Okay. Well, luckily, everyone listens to me when I tell them what's cool and what's not.
Based. Dab.
Nate heads, consummate drunk drivers. What else is
Starts
going
an
on?
epidemic in the PCP audience.
Nate has
of
never
people getting
drink
a little bit
except
tipsy.
when driving.
It's
This is
okay.
the
Yeah,
only
it's
time.
okay. It's okay. Dad's a better driver drunk than sober. He actually
Right.
is
Oh,
more
thank
dangerous
God.
without
All
the beer
boomers
than he
are,
is
Ben.
with it.
I believe that's
Yeah.
Joe Biden's main presidential criteria.
Oh
You
yeah.
have
All
to,
those times that he like is confused and doesn't know what he's doing. Like that's when he isn't drinking. They get him liquored up before
Yes.
like a debate, so he can like seem
wise.
coherent.
It's very wise.
Just long enough to ruin America. Yeah.
Okay, what other highlights we got here? What else went down?
Let me look
Animorphs
at my
lecture.
notes.
Yeah, let's talk about the Animorphs lecture. Now, okay, first of all, you released your Animorphs lecture. Everybody loved it. We were there. It was great. Way better than I thought it was going to be. And first of all, on Twitter, who was that I saw commenting on the fact that his creation had this big lecture made about it?
Was it
Who
K.A.
that man,
Applegate?
Tom?
It was
not quite.
It was her husband who co-wrote the books. Someone
Wait.
linked him the lecture, and he saw it and liked it.
What? Excuse me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking excuse me, sir?
And just
Yeah.
now that I just retweeted, Catherine Applegate herself responded
What?
with a heart emoji to the
You've got to be shitting me.
Yeah,
No
it's,
way!
It's made it all the way to the top. It's funny because I was looking.
You've got to be
great.
shitting me, dude.
Nah, brah.
It just happened. It's real. Fucking.
How did she
ridiculous.
find
Link
out
that
about
tweet,
it?
dog.
Someone-
Link that tweet in the links.
Yeah, someone sent a message to her husband saying, "Hey, here's a lecture,"
My
and
God.
it just
Yep.
went up the chain, which is fucking insane.
Catherine Applegate
It's
at K.A. a author.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yo, this is definitely #Applegate happening right now.
It's fucking.
Did she,
We're busting the gates of heaven wide open.
Did
You're
she like
stepping
retweet
inside.
your lecture maybe?
I don't think it retweeted. I think she was just responding to my comment saying like, "Hey, I did this thing. It's fucking lit.
Why
Yeah.
wouldn't
Thanks." I don't know.
Why wouldn't she do that?
Because she can't sanction all of Tom's
I think
nervous.
because
I could assume
because
she just doesn't
Nate was a
know
raging
that she
misogynist
could.
throughout the entire video, which people are mad
You
about.
were a bigger misogynist than I'll ever be, Tom.
Well,
you endorsed everything I said.
I did.
And you loved it.
I do not
You used
disavow.
me.
In fact, I avow. I avow it all.
I double avow.
Base Tom.
That's so cool though.
It's
that
super fucking
Applegate
cool.
Applegate herself saw the lecture.
Well, see,
I
that's,
can't wait
it's,
till,
it's so weird because I was looking, I was uploading it, and I was like, I need to think of a title for this. So, like, what have people been like titling things for Animorphs on YouTube? There's nothing. There's like literally nothing. Like the top results are the number one result when you search for Animorphs is someone just made a video of the entire Nickelodeon series as one big video that's like 4 hours long. And then
Well, didn't someone have like a Animorphs sucks? Like had like 4,000 views on some channel. I thought somebody had. I mean, that's very small, but
there's like the only big project with Animorphs is some guy over the course of like 7 years did like long reviews on every single book, but they didn't ever seem to hit critical mass.
Animorphs is one of those like early. Well, I don't remember what time period. It's like late 90s, early 2000s sort of thing. It's one of those things that came up and was its big heyday before the internet, before people could post like DeviantArt things.
That's true.
Like
There's
it's
some-
It's time for
reminds me
nostalgia
of, like-
baiting, people.
like certain video games from that era where
Hey,
like
press
there's like
B in the
one or two
chat.
pieces of fan art, but if they were posted nowadays,
yeah,
there'd be
yeah.
a million videos, a million pieces of fan art.
That's true. The times have changed.
It's,
Press B in the chat if you want the mythical Victor Beast Wars lecture one
Oh
day.
God, yes. I unironically want this so bad.
Yeah, actually, yeah, not a bad idea. I liked Beast Wars. I searched on YouTube for Jennifer Diane Writes and nothing. There's nothing. There's no video that like has that in the title.
Damn.
Yeah.
What
When
about
it comes to
Kokoro
like
Wish?
interesting
Kokoro Wish is probably a little more popular.
when it comes to
Let's
like
see.
interesting subject matter, Vriska is not like that obscure. So I kind of like failed
Sure.
in that aspect. But you know, I just don't know cool weird things that nobody knows
No.
about.
No, there's nothing. You search Kokoro Wish, and there's a channel called Kokoro Wish that has 37 subscribers, and that's it.
Okay.
Wait, there's a music video called Eternal Kokoro Wish. It has 185 views, and that's literally it.
Damn.
Ben, what do you think is the
Okay.
likelihood of you making this lecture about Jennifer Diane Writes and then that spawning a what do you call it? A gold rush of people making like lectures and analysis of, you know, down the rabbit hole with this person.
Yeah.
Wait, who would be doing that?
Just people, just YouTubers would be like, oh,
Yeah, anyone.
what's Jennifer Diane Writes? Oh, this gets lots of views. I'll make 1 million videos about it.
Wait. Oh my god. Funny, Nate, get ready. One
Okay.
of like the six like a dozen results down. One of the videos that comes up is actually Legacy of the Pony Part 2 from T-Bat Plays, titled Big Boobs Bad Webcomic. And I guess
Oh no, that's heinous.
in the description I linked to the Jennyverse because I guess we talked about it.
You must have talked about it. Yeah.
God, T-Bat Plays was
Max
peak-
revived T-Bat Plays,
T-Bat
guys.
Plays was peak content. I swear to God, like this was the you would if you had watched T-Bat Plays, you wouldn't need the lecture. You would already
That's true.
know. You would already
Ben,
know.
remember the intense controversy, the T-Bat, we were almost closed our doors. We almost shuttered our windows at this event where, because we did 10-minute episodes, I insisted that we stop filming an episode in the middle of a boss fight during Equestria Bound, and we'll be back next time. And by this, I mean, maybe like 2 or 3 people commented saying like, dude, man, it was fucked up. Why'd you
I
stop
do
in the
not
middle of a
remember
boss fight?"
that, but I'm sure
That
I'll
sounds
never
like
forget
something
that
you
day.
would do.
sounds very on brand. Yeah.
It had to be done. I mean, hey, since K. Applegate is fully endorsing Tom and all his political beliefs, I can't wait for Diane Rice to do it for Ben and for Vriska to do it for Gibb. It's gonna be
Jennifer
great.
is online. She is on FimFiction. She's actively writing and commenting and stuff on FimFiction. She has a YouTube channel. It wouldn't surprise
Sick.
me at all if she like if she caught wind of the lecture and maybe saw it.
You should do a like TBAP, so it's like Friendship is Magic related TBAP transcript of like Phantom Horn saying your entire lecture as a fanfic, and then she can comment on that.
Oh,
wait.
Man.
Like, so it's on fanfiction.net.
It's just like, okay, no, the entire fanfic is just like starts like scene, a tropical house. Phantom Horn walks out in front of a whiteboard.
Yeah.
Quote, and then it's just the full transcript of the lecture. End.
Do it.
Perfect.
Why not? That's so. You think Andrew Hussey will see the Vriska lecture?
I mean,
No. It's Andrew Hussey. He doesn't give a shit.
I mean, he might see it, but like nobody knows anything he sees because he never does anything online anymore.
Yeah.
Like if he liked it, he won't click like. He'll just sort of like smile
with his nasty
Deviously.
fat lips.
You know, maybe he does have fat lips. Maybe he wouldn't appreciate a fellow Vriska connoisseur in this particular unique format that makes the kids go goo goo gaga because they are babies. Babies enjoy the lectures, is my point. Maybe this is like a kind of format that he would like more.
Maybe.
My thinking about my choice of lectures is like, I know the people crave. They've been crying out for CWC 102, right? Part 2. That's me like giving like the people what they asked for. That's me like being like, okay, here's what the people expect of me. Here's what they want. I'll give it to them. To Jennifer Diane Wright's lecture is me exercising my artistic power to give people what they do not yet know that they want.
Of course.
I feel like that one is super cool and interesting, and people who watch it and listen to it will be like, wow, that sure is fucking neat, and I never would have known I wouldn't have ever heard of any of this stuff.
I agree,
if not
Ben,
for this.
because that was largely our reaction upon listening to the lecture.
That's, yeah. I've watched it back like so many times because I've been going through and editing it.
Right.
I'm sick of it. Also, as a treat, I put in, okay, remember in the lecture how I mentioned that before she started making webcomics, she made a thing called Kamishibai, which is like a little like interactive like game. In the middle of the lecture, there's like a little 10-minute block in it where I just play the Pastel Defender heliotrope.
Sick.
Kamishibai, from 1998, like 6 years before the comic started. And it's actually kind of cool. It's got like pretty hype anime chiptune music that plays over it. Like that's like in the original thing. I don't know where she got it from. I don't know who made it, but it's sick. And that's like nowhere. You can't see that anywhere unless you go and download the Kamishibai and download the files and play it in the thing. And nobody's gonna fucking do that. Yeah. I feel like it sort of feels like lost media that I'm sort of recovering a bit.
Good.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I hope these things to be. They're a little bit more than just a video. I mean, a lot of it is like, we were talking about like how long it takes to make notes. Like, sure, it takes a couple hours to put together notes or whatever, but really it just takes like a lifetime of dedication to like either a particular media or like some like genre, like Gibbs proposed like a YouTube poop lecture that may or may not exist one day. Something like that. And with all the like things that you wouldn't find scrolling through the fucking Wikipedia article, that you can bring to the forefront and make interesting to people. That's what I like about it so much.
The thing about the YouTube, I was considering that for a while. I think the thing about the YouTube poop lecture is that it would make far more sense as a video where you can show examples of things. Because if I'm just talking about like hundreds upon hundreds of different styles of video editing, but I'm not doing video editing.
You could do it as a lecture. If you just like mentioned like, it'd be almost like a political, like a military battle. Like you describe what like X general did with his troops and how that like changed the board over some span.
I feel like the person who would do better at like making a YouTube poop style like explanation is Emperor Lemon, because he's done stuff like that before and he was in like the community at the time. He has more insight.
You made your share of poops as well.
I mean, it's not about... I haven't made any, really. But, like, I don't know. I feel like it would require far more research in order to make a satisfying sort of product.
Sure. It's like how all those guys who make those like fairly popular speedrunning videos, generally they intersect with the story at some point because they probably are speedrunners or were at some period of time. So they know this shit pretty in depth. That's been what I've noticed anyway.
Hey,
I'm trying to think of anything else.
Let's talk a little bit about the OVA and the fact that we all were anime girls for a little while.
Sure.
There. Lamau.
We could, if you guys want, we could perhaps provide some sort of hints, perhaps of an image attached to this, or should we keep everything secretive?
Well, that video already came out where like Ben and Munchie were in like their costume.
It's true.
Not everyone was.
But that's just for
that.
backers, right?
Oh,
No,
was
that
that
was
just
public.
for backers?
That was
I
public.
thought
Is that one public? Mm-hmm. Okay. But one grainy phone video with a couple of us is different from like revealing a full spread shot of all of us. So I don't know. I don't know.
Well,
I
it was
guess
more
I'd
like
to keep it
talking
secret.
about like the experience of doing it, because I had like a bit of a weird like thing. I think everyone else was just sort of like, haha, this is funny, and I was like, lol, I kind of like this, and I had that like that one tweet about like,
right.
Like going a little crazy, going a little like, I don't like admitting that I'm wearing women's clothing and it's kind of cool. That's it. That's all I wanted to say. I don't really know how to elaborate on it. It's just sort of an interesting.
We all enjoy doing weird, silly stuff sometimes. Maybe it does mean you're gay. Who knows?
Maybe it does.
Good luck on your quest.
Yeah, I guess this podcast isn't really the best place to explore ideas of that nature, because lol. But it was just a thing. It was a thing. I don't know. Why is Ben muted? I thought Ben would have something to say because he was the one wearing makeup.
Yeah, like a big gay, as the gays do.
Remember how Ben was constantly like, I gotta go fix my makeup, guys, and then we'd have to wait like 10 years.
Yeah, you have to fucking stop shots while Ben fixes goddamn makeup.
And then you would go to get Ben, and then Ben would come back, and you'd be inside doing something. We'd be like, oh god.
That was a running gag. It was always a Chimalinsky.
Yeah.
Dead name. Sorry. Whoops.
Whoa.
Bleep that out. Bleep that out. It was always a T-Bap.
It was always a Bestman.
Two best brothers
We can't
delayed
call Ben a
production.
How do we call? What is your fake brother name? Is it
We don't
Best
have a fake
Saint?
brother name. You could call us T-Bap.
It's standard. It's keg standard and substandard. That's canon.
That is true.
Jesus
That is true.
Christ.
That's the one name that unites.
Fake
These two
fans,
disparate
including the
peoples.
creators of characters. Fake fans. Disgusting.
Yeah. I mean that whole production. I mean, none of it would. It's just that it goes on for so long. I mean, we filmed the OVA, and miraculously, we were, able to get it done in one day of filming, and thank God for that. Because we were dreading like having to spend a second day, and probably a large amount of the day, because we start things late, and because people are cowards and weaklings. Right, it's like a half an hour drive to the house.
Yeah. You know, what we should talk about. We should talk about the fucking dog. The dog that tried to fuck up our shoot.
Sure. So while we were filming the music video, I won't describe in too much detail, but at the seminal shot, as like the lights are going down, the sun is setting, and we're filming a very important dramatic shot for the music video. A fucking little pug just walks into the frame right where we're filming, and okay. Like, so some guy's walking his dog, and I think he had like there were two ladies with him. I don't know if they were with him or whatever. And okay, that's fine. There for a second, it's okay. Okay, cut to like 5 minutes of this like teenage motherfucker, like lazily, slowly, like circling our group, like trying to get the dog, but really making just the least possible effort to grab that fucking dog. And I would have grabbed that dog, but I was indisposed and could not do it at the time. And by the way, I loved that dog. He was cute and he was great, and I was happy to see him. But nonetheless, we had a fucking job to do. So this
we were
was
running out of light.
Not good timing.
And he was hard. I mean, he was a hard
light.
dog to catch. Like I tried to grab him myself, but he like scampered away like really fast. But like
the dog
guy
was just like circling
was just
all
sort
of
of
us.
He was just sort of like amused and sort of standing and like what would you call it? Like like orbiter
Defiance?
sort
I
of
don't know.
orbiter distance, beta orbiter distance around
Right.
us.
Yeah, he was just
But,
kind of
like,
like
still
watching
fucking up
with
the shot.
bemused interest as all of us are freaks trying to get this photo like video thing done. And
Yeah.
he just made no effort to be like, hey, clearly you guys are in the middle of something. Maybe I'll get my dog out of the way. He's just kind of like standing there, haha, dogs, am I right?
I don't
As
think
it's
I'll
like
ever
running around
forgive.
us.
If I could have a conversation with that man, maybe he could tell me why he was being such a slow-moving, lackadaisical
Because
piece of shit.
he doesn't
Just a
know any of
fucking
us, and he's too
smooth-brained
he's too
zoomer.
shy to come up and do anything.
Imagine your dog runs into a group of people, not even clearly filming something, but just standing there, and the dog is like fucking with him and not fucking hustling at all to get the dog
that
out
guy
of there.
who jumped in the
Yeah, we're talking about the dog.
Yeah, fuck that guy. That guy
Ben
didn't give
was
a shit.
really mad. All of us were just like, haha.
Ben was the most mad,
But
yeah.
Ben was the most blatantly mad. Like even when the guy was like
I
hanging around, he's
mean-
like, I'm gonna fucking kill that dog. I'm gonna fucking kill that dog.
I mean, I was like a little amused and a little annoyed when the dog showed up.
Yeah.
But like after the dog was like running around like for a while, like while we and like the guy's right there and he could
Yeah.
easily pick his fucking dog up and get him out of there, and we're clearly doing something and
The
don't
sun
want the dog
is
there.
setting as this is,
Yeah,
we
it's
have
going
like
down.
a tiny window, a sliver of time to finish this. And we're like, oh god, we're gonna have to redo this entire shot tomorrow if this dog doesn't get the fuck out of the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Indeed.
Well, he got him eventually, which, you know, the least he could
Better late than never, I guess.
we will
Yes.
obliterate him.
I
don't know
do
what
better,
I don't know
sir.
what. Okay. Nobody else said anything. Like everyone else you all just made fun of me for being mad. But like clearly
didn't
it
make
was
fun
a
of you.
problem.
I just did like the dog. That's all. I was just.
I'm sure
Look,
the dog was
I'm
fine.
more
But we
angry
really
when
did
I
not
think
have
about
any
it in
use for him.
retrospect. But at the time, like we really did have. I mean, probably like I don't know, half an hour to get the shot done, and it was like the very last thing. And you know, it did take the dog maybe up to like 3-4 minutes to like be removed. So like that wasn't. It
felt
wasn't
like
like
it was
an
That,
longer
it
hour.
kept
than
coming
that.
back.
I don't think it was longer than that. Those minutes
it
are
definitely was.
That's
Well,
a
he
pretty
came
long
back-
one.
Left and came back a few
He came back a
times.
second
that's
time,
true.
and he was
That's
in
true.
like the final like drone shot, and we were just like, oh god, that might be the best
He's
take.
in the fucking drone shot, that piece of shit.
I think we have a shot that he will not be in.
We have three
as,
of them
as our final shot.
But I remember
Yeah.
Victor saying the one with the dog was the best shot. So.
It's not a problem if the dog is in the drone shot.
No, it's not.
It
But
is-
it's just like, come on, man, come on.
Yeah.
He's cute. A dog was also there. That's the ending.
I have no problem
Dude,
with the
dude,
dog.
including
I have
a
the
dog
problem with the
increases production
people
value.
fucking not controlling
Yeah.
their dog.
It is a public area that we were doing that in.
You're
so
supposed to
I
have
can't be
dogs on a
too
leash. She was
frustrated.
not on a leash. She was just running
And you're
around.
not supposed to film without a permit, so who's the real criminal?
What do you mean you're not supposed to film without a permit? That's
Vic
you're
told
wrong.
me you're not supposed to film. That's
He
it.
did say that.
But
How
you're just
more
not
clearly
allowed
can
to
I state it?
record a public place.
Yeah,
It's
that's
barely
right.
public. It's
that's
right
ridiculous.
Do you
outside
think you
the
know
house.
better than Victor? I
That
don't.
can't possibly be true.
On a
I don't know.
phone.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe it was specifically using the drone, but that
well, of
also
course it would be
was,
the
you
drone.
know-
That's the only thing it would be is the drone.
well, I think he specifically said filming, and then the drone was a separate issue.
I have no idea.
No. There's no way.
What if you
I
just
mean,
take your phone out
I don't
and film?
care at all, but you know, I would do it anyway. I don't
yeah.
give a shit.
Anyway,
It's pretty funny.
to put a cap on the whole like me, like Ben, you weren't here when I started talking about like the wearing
Sorry, I suddenly had to shit really bad.
the lol.
Of course.
Okay, but what happened?
I was talking about the wearing of the OVA female attire, and you with the me with the
I'm just gonna say
fascination
it.
with the stuff.
I looked the best. I was the hottest girl.
That's not accurate. That's not accurate.
Nate,
know about that.
Nate, you were the only one that even came close. But I'm sorry, you're second place. You're second
I
fiddle.
see.
Nah. It was me. It was me.
No,
Lamau.
everyone else is shit. And everyone else was cringe, and I was based.
I really.
were all
It was
pretty
really
bad.
funny.
I had
In-
to after every couple shots, I had to run inside and like redo my makeup
We were
because
talking
it
about
kept
that,
getting
and how
like
much we
it
hated
kept,
it.
it kept getting fucked up. But it was worth it. It was worth it. It was worth it.
Okay.
It was
Sure.
That's called commitment.
Yeah, that's one word.
It was
for
really funny. Like at various points where I wore like the punk costume, where people regularly did not realize that I was me and thought Michelle was in the house.
What?
Did you say? Well, did you said that? Like he would see Gib out of the corner of his eye and be like, "Oh, is that Michelle?" Oh, no,
I
it's
never
just
thought
Gib.
that.
No.
That would make me fucking gay.
Yeah.
We all know
as well.
Ben's
gay.
gaydar is not active. Digi's totally is. Digi's definitely way gayer than Ben.
Indeed.
Yes.
Anyway, wearing women's clothes is based, and that's all I gotta say.
I just thought it was funny that like day one, Gib's on stream and everyone's like, "Oh my God, Gib cut his hair. That's Gib. I didn't even recognize him." Next day, Gib dressed up as Pump. Where's Gib? Who's the girl in the stream? You were just a ninja like half the time.
I think I decided that I think makeup is cool. And I sort of wish I could wear it. Not in like a I want to like wear lipstick and look like a girl way. I just think it's like cool that you could like just like paint stuff on your face to make you look a certain way. You can just kind of like apply imagery to yourself and the way you look. I think that's neat.
It is pretty cool.
Ben leveled up and unlocked new avatar customization. He's really into it.
Yeah, basically.
Alas, it has been socialized as a feminine trait. What
true.
can one do in this Western hegemony
That's
we
why
live
we
in?
got to abolish gender, and then I can I don't know. I can put I don't know. What would I put on my face? I don't know. Some just like I'll just
Probably
draw
cum.
like
Probably cum mostly.
just
Would
probably
be the,
cum. Just draw some cum on there. You know, that's pretty manly, right? That's like the manliest substance there is.
Here you go. It comes straight from the man.
Yep, straight from the source.
Pure testosterone.
People will walk by and I'll be like, no, it's my own cum, you fucking fags. Don't worry about it. That's what I'll say. That's what I'll say. I'll get arrested.
You know, here's something interesting I was thinking about, like, when we were leaving the house. I was like, we didn't get nearly attached to the location as we did last time. Because if I recall, during Radcon 3, there were, like, multiple times when we were like, oh, we got to do a fucking house tour. We got to go through the entire house and, like, explore it and, like, show it off in videos. I don't think we did that for this
Well,
house.
this was way nicer for the first one.
It
at
definitely
Radcon 3.
Radcon 3 was like,
More to
whoa.
show off.
Didn't you do that like the first day when weren't you running around filming the house and like doing a tour of the house and you found like the bloody footprints and smears and stuff?
I mean, I wasn't.
I don't know if we were recording that. I think it was just happening.
I swear someone was filming that.
It definitely got filmed in one of the videos or something. But I mean, one of the things that I had in mind, like I really wanted to do a house tour of Radcon 3 house, the arena, specifically because I was hoping someone would make a Quake stage using the map of the arena. So that was my biggest motivation. No one has done that, but the challenge is still open if someone wants to do that. Although I just uninstalled Quake the other day to make room for Doom Eternal on my computer.
I mean, it's been 2 years since Radcon 3. I think if anyone were going to do that, they would have done it by now.
True.
Someone's just been working away this entire time. Like he started day one. He's still putting the finishing touches on everything.
Hey, maybe.
I just remembered that we forgot to put patches from Dark Souls into the Royal Rumble.
Oh, we didn't put patches, did we?
That's pretty cringe.
Super
That's
cringe.
pretty cringe.
The Royal Rumble was another event of note that we used some I don't know, it was the selection of memes was interesting considering now we've really got a large pantheon and not everybody can fit even in like the 40-man one. Such amazing characters as Big Dig the Samurai Ning who made it in. Everybody loves that guy. God, DigiZoC's are so shit all the time. Can we just, so bullshit. At least he now has purple hair girl who I actually like and is a good design that is cool. So that's one. You got one Digi. Your whole light novel cast of characters, they're all fine.
He said that character just is Sabrina.
Oh, that's right. She's Sabrina from Pokemon.
That's
Sabrina. Very true. But to be fair, like every anime character is just some shitty trope with a different hair color.
That's true.
So,
That's pretty base, dude. I love anime.
Mm-hmm. It's well done. They save us the trouble of like having to like get to know or understand the
because you can just see someone, I know what this person's deal is. No worries. Sick, dude. I love
that.
Modernity? I don't know. I don't even know what I'm supposed to complain about.
Modernity.
Yeah.
So how do you think the Royal Rumble stacked up to old Aerith? Because we had a new champion this time.
We're not going to spoil who it is, right?
Well, we can save it. I mean, people could have watched it any time.
We're not gonna. Oh wait, it's already out.
Yeah,
It's
we
live.
streamed
Yeah.
it.
We live streamed
I'm so fucking dumb. Yeah. No. The ending was hype. I don't know if
it didn't.
Noise Ninja winning. I don't know if HTB guy winning was as hype as the arm retrieval.
Arm defeating
No.
Gigi in
The
single
arm
combat.
was
But
way
it was-
too hype, especially the pose at the end. That
The
like
pose at the end, yeah.
But
Hard to
we
beat
were-
that.
perfect.
At the end, we were all definitely rooting for Noise Ninja at the end.
'cause,
And it was
especially since Brad-
it didn't look like he was gonna win, but he pulled it out.
Especially since, like, up until that point, I had kind of forgotten that Brad Garlinghouse was in the Rumble, and he came in right at
He
the
was
end.
the
He had a
last
good
guy.
chance,
Like
The
a
best
really good
perfect-
chance of winning. It's
Yeah.
like, shit. After all this time, Brad's gonna come back and destroy the channel once
I was
again.
terrified he was going to win.
How bad? How like sad would that have been if
The
Brad
optics
had won
would have
the
been
Rumble?
all wrong. It would
Yeah.
not have been good.
Yeah, I know, but
Thank God.
no, it didn't happen.
I mean, I loved having him there for the lecture, of course. We all loved having him. Lecture
absolutely
coming
pleasure,
soon.
Brad. Come back anytime.
Yeah. But also, fuck you,
Oh wait,
canonically.
is he even alive anymore? I don't know. I don't remember.
Sure. Yeah, he's alive. He's
Oh,
alive.
sure. Oh, I'm sure
Canonically,
he's
at this
alive.
point of his
Ripple
lore.
tanked and he committed suicide.
In some sense, he must live. He's got to live.
There
may
must
or may
always
not.
be a Brad Garlinghouse.
Garlinghouse is chained in the basement of my Garlinghouse, and that's where he'll stay for all time.
It's like
Gotcha.
it's like the Santa Claus. Like if you
with-
kill Brad Garlinghouse, you become the new Brad Garlinghouse, and you start finding garlic in your pockets, and you get
true.
your bank account just skyrockets.
It goes to the moon. In
Yeah.
a word, in a phrase.
Yeah.
God, we gotta do Radcon right now. We gotta do Radcon again.
Radcon 5
5,
to
baby.
the moon. It's in space. It's on the moon. We
So,
do it on the top of.
It just feels like we were working the whole time. We didn't really hang out enough. We didn't stream. There wasn't enough casual streaming.
hung out
Just
too
being
much.
cool
I do
and
think-
chill.
enough.
I do think the reason why it felt that, yeah, I don't feel like I got to hang out with I don't feel like we hung out as much. Even though I was there for less of Radcon 3, I feel like I did more, like, just hanging out, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of like the time we were all spending when we weren't doing a video or streaming was like typing up things for research notes for the lectures we were all doing, and just sort of like looking at our phones. Just like we're all scared about the coronavirus and just looking at things like, hey, do you know about this thing that just happened in the coronavirus Twitter feed? And it's like, yes, we all know. Lol, scared, cry emoji.
I
was just-
gotta say, I looked
I
like
didn't
a
even
real...
walk on the beach enough times. I wanted to do that more.
Yeah, that's important.
On the last day before we left, I went out for one final walk up the beach, and I looked at one of those big, weird pipes sticking out of the sand, and was like, bizarre.
Those are cool.
Speaking of the coronavirus, I walked to Whole Foods today, and I looked like a fucking urban ninja because I was wearing like when I went into Whole Foods, I put on gloves and I wore a scarf over my face because you're not supposed to breathe on stuff.
Right.
And nobody else was doing it, and I kind of started to feel stupid. But I'm like,
Nothing wrong with it.
no,
they're
I'm
stupid.
right. They're wrong. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah, that's true.
Massachusetts is
fuck
going to
you.
get closed down soon if they're not
I
already
was going
doing
to ask, what's the status of everybody's state or country or
it.
locale?
Ohio just
It,
said they were locking down, right? Like today.
I don't fucking listen to the news. If you say so, okay.
Yeah, because my friend Ashley
I've
lives in
heard-
Ohio, and she messaged me.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, they're locking it down until April 6th.
Wait, who does?
My friend
Ohio,
Ashley.
apparently.
Oh
yeah.
I have heard that they might lock down Massachusetts or some part of it soon,
Yep,
but
yep.
they haven't done it yet. I don't know.
Well, fair enough. It's probably a good idea.
Honestly, it won't make a difference to me at all. 'Cause,
My
like,
life
even if
has
it's locked
not
down,
changed.
even if it's locked down, you're still allowed to go out and buy food.
Yeah.
And like,
Which is all
that's
I
the
do
that's
anyway.
the only reason I would leave my house anyway. So like,
Yep.
whatever.
All this time, we were all preparing for a global pandemic. Our lives were not pathetic. We were just ahead of the curve.
It's a great time to be a neat.
Indeed.
Truly great
I'm
time.
the
Everybody's been
most
playing,
patriotic
Doom and
guy
Animal
around.
Crossing,
I'm
which
doing
just came out.
doing my duty.
Yeah. I
Based.
love being a Doom boy. Doom Eternal is great, and I love it. and I'm glad it exists. And thank you, God, for making it for me. It was really nice of you to do that.
God didn't make it. This isn't a Christian game. They made
It is
a person who made
because
this
you're
game.
gonna kill God, or I don't know yet, but you do like go to heaven or something, and I can't wait to kill God.
One of the tenets of Christianity is that you kill God at the end.
You must kill God. Well, they literally did that in Christianity, bro. Remember that?
They did.
I mean, sure, it was frowned upon, but it did happen.
They put him on a tree.
In S,
and they
kill
cut
God.
Him. They stabbed him in the chest. They crucified him.
That's how it went down. Pretty based. Oh, I got nothing to say. Doom is good. Tom, I saw of notes, just while we're on the subject, I saw you saying, I think on Twitter, that like something about it didn't click as much for you. What's that about?
I'm not.
How so?
So far, I just beat the first boss, the Doom Hunters. I just got to them this morning, and I don't think I like it as much as 2016. I think they went too far. I think it's too frenetic. I think it's too much. I think the game has so many tools available to you. I feel like it requires the precision of a mouse, but it has so many functions and things to do that it like wants a gamepad for all the buttons you have to hit. And I feel like there's so much going on in the game that the first-person perspective is a detriment. And if this game was developed as a new IP, it would have been a third-person shooter because of the situational awareness you need in order to play the game function.
I do find myself scrambling to remember all the buttons for weapons I have available on my.
And they're all like necessary. Like using the grenades necessary. Using the
you gotta use that flamethrower
necessary.
to get the armor.
Yeah.
You gotta be bashing people. Yeah,
so
I mean that's
it's
true.
all. It's not like you can just like settle into your favorite. Really, you gotta use every tool at your disposal. And so for all those buttons, I'm like, this is clearly designed for a gamepad. But then like, because you have to hit certain sweet spots on the enemies, it's like playing this with like dual analog aiming would be a nightmare. So it's like you're trapped between two things. And I just feel like it's a lot. And
is this compared to 2016 or classic Doom?
2016. 2016 was was frenetic, but not nearly as much. Like they clearly dialed everything up to 11. And as much as I like a lot of the improvements, like the dashing and stuff is like really fucking sick.
Yeah, I love that.
It just feels like, I mean, I don't think it's a bad game. I still am having a lot of fun with it. I just liked 2016 more because it felt like more cohesive, I suppose. In terms, I never felt like, I felt like exhausted at the end of a lot of the encounters in 2016, but never like overly so, because like the Doom Hunter boss, because I don't know how far you're in.
I fought them. Yeah, I'm at least to that point.
It just takes too long, because like
you gotta switch between your fucking energy beam, and then you gotta go to like rockets to blast the bottom, and then the shield's back up, and I'm out of energy bullets now, so I gotta go chainsaw people to get back ammo
and
for
like
the thing. It's a lot.
Like the intensity is like always at an 11, and I'm fine with that, but like it goes on for too long. Like, it just becomes monotonous. Because, like, the boss, you're fighting him, and you're like, all right, I'm almost done with the boss. And you're like, oh, no, he has multiple life bars. Fuck. So you're still going. And then, like, you kill him. You're like, all right, I did it. And then you drop down the hole. Now there's two of them. And it's just like, too much. Too much.
Surprised me.
Too much. Like, if this encounter came later, fine. But, like, putting them back to back, like, no. Like, you're firing on all cylinders for too long. Pacing, very important.
I see your point. I don't know if I quite agree, but I certainly do feel like my fingers are stretched to the limit, and it is a lot to keep track of at any given point. Okay, anyway, there's your little Doom review, Doom Eternal. I'm very excited to play more, though, and I can't wait to go back.
I'm definitely going to finish it.
Yeah, no, I didn't do this in Doom 2016, because oh my god, I played that on Switch. Jesus Christ, what a fucking retard I was. But I have this one on PC, thank God, and I mean, I'm actually really excited. The first perks I got were like where all items are on the map and like how to like what items they are. So now after I beat a level, I'll immediately go back and get all the secrets I missed. Oh, it's so much fun. Oh, I really like it. Really, really good game. I should do that with 2016 as well. I should play it again. Okay, anyway, enough of that. Did anybody get Animal Crossing? Just out of curiosity, because this is the other one everybody's talking about.
I've never been a big Animal Crossing guy.
I played one Animal Crossing on like the DS, I think, for a bit. And,
I played that game a ton on the DS.
World?
Maybe we were playing the same copy. No, Wild World was the 3DS.
What? I thought that was the DS one.
Oh, okay.
I thought New Leaf was the 3DS one, right?
Oh, maybe you're. Hang on, fucking DS
commenters. Let me know if I'm based or cringe on this.
Okay, you are correct. It was Wild World. Okay, my
Hell
bad.
yeah.
That's the one I played a ton. But I want to get it, but I think I will lose time and efficiency if I own it. So I'm being a responsible adult and not buying it, even though it does look pretty fun. Because now you can like customize your town and you can like actually shape the terrain and the geography. Something I've always wanted to do in Animal Crossing. But I'll be a good boy. Oh, plus you're on a tropical island, which is.
It's on brand.
Radcon 4 Paradise. Anybody? Lol. Do you get it? Do you get it?
I see where you're going. I'm picking up what you're putting down here.
Oh, it's fun. They're cool games, but whatever. Oh my god, guys, are you like shipping like I am, like Doom guy with Isabel? Cause they're games like same day, bro.
Time,
what if
yes.
different game but same day characters had sex? What if?
Wow.
Are people
I
doing?
don't know.
I haven't
She's
seen.
just
don't know
a
what
dog.
I would do in that situation.
She's just a small dog. You can't have sex with a small dog.
I've seen a lot of fan art on 4chan.
Well,
I mean,
you're on 4chan. That's your first problem,
bro.
right
But
there.
the deep lore is that the fucking the Doom guy had a pet bunny. I know Isabel's a chow chow, but doesn't matter. Small cute animal that he loved, and then it died or something, and that's what made him so mad, among other things.
This is true.
So it's like he has a history of loving cute little animals. So he could definitely be shipped with Isabel by me, and it would be totally legit. It's based.
Yes.
I know this is what people want and are dying to hear about. So you're welcome, everyone. I'm keeping you up to date. Yeah. Okay, video game talk over.
Ooh, finally.
What else is going on in the world? How about the Corona? We can talk about the corona a little bit.
I feel like
we've
talked about that.
I'm gonna get
I don't know what
demonetized.
I guess
else
you're
to
right.
say about
You're like
it.
literally not allowed
all
to
right,
talk about it.
I've got something that I've just sort of realized, which is gonna bring the mood down. I might die. I might be going to die.
Okay.
But like on the plane ride home, I was feeling kind of cramped, and then when I got home, I had like diarrhea and a fever, and I was like, ah, shit.
Big
Of all the things to get, it was something that wasn't the coronavirus, but still hurts a lot. Ow.
Yeah.
I'm looking up the thing because Digi just said like symptoms of like that do arise with coronavirus, and I looked it up. Apparently, it's less likely, but it does happen. So I might have had the coronavirus this whole time.
It's possible. I mean, we were saying before, like, I was feeling like a little under the weather. I skipped my last 2 streams because I haven't felt great the last couple of days. Like, sure, theoretically, it's possible.
If you came to the meetup and you talked to me, I'm sorry.
I mean, maybe they infected you. They should apologize to you, Gib.
I mean, it's possible, I suppose. But you can never be sure with these things. I'm just gonna say, whoops, in case. But it also says there's a higher mortality rate for people who have the diarrhea alongside the thing, and it also says that you could like have the diarrhea but without the coughing, which is why I didn't think I had it. So I haven't been coughing at all.
Okay. I have.
I should probably fucking get myself tested.
You know, the funny thing about the testing, I like when I just didn't feel great, I'm like, yeah, I guess I'll just go to the, doctor and like get tested or whatever. You can't, because there's not enough testing. It's only for like medical personnel and like, I think it was like people confirmed to have it. Okay, well that doesn't make sense. Why would they test if they know they have it? I don't know. It was very limited. It might have been like government officials or something.
For me, I assume it's gonna be a waiting list sort of deal. Like there's you press 111 in your phone right now in the UK. You get the coronavirus hotline.
Get Munchie's voice in the do you have coronavirus?
And I say yes,
as he does. Yes.
And say okay, go to bed and stay there. Maybe I should do like a I'm dying stream where I just play Ratchet and Clank or something.
And
because I don't expect to be able to get into a hospital at this point. There's so many fucking people already with the thing.
The webcam's
just gonna go
like
up.
you in bed, like wrapped up in blankets.
Well, just to clarify,
I should definitely try to get a test, and if I can't, then I'll try to rest it off, because I assumed like the diarrhea had stopped. It was all fine. It was just a little bit of stomach bug.
Yeah.
But I'm not perfectly fine, so it could be like the beginning signs of having the coronavirus. I might start coughing soon.
Well, just to clarify,
if this is the beginning of my death,
well, I could be ignorant about this. I think I know the gist, though, or at least some of the facts, that, like, I mean, you don't feel deathly ill, as I understand it. You're just concerned that you may have this specific illness. But
I have,
there's,
a very
almost no
vague
chance
headache.
that you'd be seriously hurt by it.
Well, I mean, when I was like in my massive pain, like when I came back and I had the diarrhea and it was like fever, I couldn't really eat anything, otherwise I'd vomit it up. I couldn't really, it was just sort of like couldn't retain water. It was very painful.
Okay, sure.
I was in bed for an entire day and a half, and I couldn't sleep. So if that happens again, that will be bad.
That's not good. Okay.
That's not good. So I assume I'm over the worst of it. Because I'm like 26, I'm not likely to have massive. But I don't know how this thing propagates. Does it come in waves? Maybe it does.
Not really. I'm not really sure.
Like, can I feel better and then feel worse later? I'm not sure.
I mean, it's probably possible because like it's if you're like something happened and like your immune system got worse for some reason and it got a second foothold on. I don't know. Your body fights it off, and like if you're healthy, most of the if you're not ancient and you're healthy-ish, most of the time your body fights it off in your esophagus before it gets to your lungs, and then and that's when you have mild. You get bad coronavirus.
That's the confusing thing. That's the confusing thing, though, is like if it's going to my intestines instead, like.
Well, it wouldn't be the virus. It's not the virus is not in your intestines. It would be, I don't know, some kind of like a secondary bodily response
in your butthole, just hanging out, converting poop to diarrhea as it passes through. Gross. It's a tricky one.
Maybe I sat on a virus infested dildo, and that's what caused it.
Well.
I heard one fact that, I mean, I don't forget where I heard this, but I heard, I'm hearing so many of these things that may or may not be true, but I heard that like 99% of people, I believe, who died only died because they had a second like debilitating illness that made them particularly vulnerable to the corona. Again,
usually,
usually,
but like,
it's not necessarily.
That's true. It's 99%.
It's not guaranteed. You can have. I think there have been cases of like someone with like a young, healthy person with no underlying issues can like just get real unlucky and like they'll go to fucking critical condition because like it gets in their lungs and it fucks them up and they can't breathe and they need to be respirated or they die. It's be afraid, people. Be afraid.
Yeah, I would advise err on the side of being afraid.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So
I mean, if you feel
bad, I'm gonna deal with
bad,
that as soon as we're done here.
Yeah. Yep, that seems like the right thing to do. And I would encourage anybody who feels similar to Gib, if you feel, this level of bad, if you just got a little cold, I'm sure you're fine. But if you've got, any of the symptoms he's saying, that's, reasonable to get that checked out.
Something to consider. Because a couple days ago, I Googled, like, what are the symptoms of corona again? Oh, respiratory problems, cough. Okay, I don't have
fever,
that. I'm
cough,
fine.
trouble breathing.
Yeah.
If you don't have that, it's probably not coronavirus.
But I do have the fever, and so with this, like, diarrhea thing is like that's linked.
If all you have is a fever,
there's probable cause. There's probable what's the word to like? There's reason to suspect.
Yeah.
I don't know. If all you have is a fever, it's way more likely to be something else. Like there's plenty of things. There's plenty of more common things that cause fever, like a cold or a flu.
Maybe, but like not many fever things cause diarrhea. I'm just saying. I just looked this up.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, plenty. You can definitely get diarrhea when you just have a cold or a flu. The virus does not like directly cause that. The virus is in your lungs. So if you don't have like breathing problems, I mean, it's probably not coronavirus. Most likely, I mean, it could be. Anything's possible.
Mm-hmm.
I'll check it because I'm a little spooked by this new knowledge, but whatever.
Okay, doesn't sound like it's likely to be coronavirus.
If it would something significantly worse. Who knows?
Sure. Yeah, definitely.
Hooray.
It's way more likely to be something much worse.
Yay!
Could it be?
At least it's not. If it's something worse, at least I won't kill my family with it. That's the cool thing.
Oh no! Oh, you will. Oh no!
Oh.
It's way more whatever it is.
You will kill them, but it won't be related to the virus. You're just gonna get mad.
Maybe I've got
chainsaw and just fucking massacre them all.
Maybe I got coronavirus too.
Oh.
and I'm gonna propagate that, and it's from
Nice.
the UK. As the Coronavirus 2 comes
You got
out,
the HD
and it's
remaster
worse.
of coronavirus, you know.
Yeah, it's like it's
that's the good
bigger, badder, and stronger too. It's the second member of the coronavirus crew. COVID. COVID-19.
COVID-19.
No, COVID-20, and then COVID-21,
Oh,
and then
yeah,
Goku
you're right.
comes back, and he's like, I'm not gonna die anymore, and he punches the virus.
Damn.
Remember that? Remember Dragon Ball?
I do remember Dragon Ball. Epic.
me too.
Well, I mean, if you guys want, I've got the voicemails, but if you've got anything else you want to talk about, feel free. But
have
I mean,
we given the people their money's worth yet?
I mean, it's over an hour. We're like an hour and 10 minutes.
I feel like
good.
it's been 3 weeks since we had a fucking
Yeah, let me look up.
episode.
Let me look up the list of things that happened during Radcon. If there's something we didn't talk about.
Did you keep a journal or a list?
I kept a little gay journal. You know.
Ooh, hey, you know, while you look that up, I'll give people one interesting factoid that I just think is fun. So while we were at Radcon, we've been talking about like, so the reality of Radcon is that like, we got like $34,000 or whatever, but much of that we knew would be absorbed, like a minimum of $10,000, and that's before all the additional stretch goals we promised. In order to break even. So, I mean, that seems like, okay, it's like $24,000 cleared. Great. But then also there's, you know, production stuff, various things that also get eaten into that. Okay, cool. So what I did finally after Radcon was we've been documenting all of our expenses and stuff. And what I have now is a running spreadsheet that like every expense I can now plug into that thing. And at the bottom, what it has is it spits out like how much profit each of us is going to make off the top. And I'm not going to talk about how much it is because that's private information. But it's fun for me to watch as every expense gets added to it, like how that number goes down. And we want to maximize our income, obviously, while delivering on each of the promises that we've made, because that's the agreement, of course. But it's a fun exercise of me, Spreadsheet Man, that's my superhero name, to to be upkeeping that with all the expenses and being, you know, just really mad at all of you guys for daring to expense anything and not just, you know, giving money for free for no reason to all of us so that we can all make more money. It's very selfish of you guys. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
True. Guilty as charged.
That's capitalism.
I love making money is the point of that.
Expensing things was so cool. It felt
It
so
is
cool.
cool.
Every
Yeah.
time I would like go shopping and be like, yeah, I'm spending all this money on groceries for the house.
We actually have money to cover the things we need to make Radcon
Spending all this money on groceries for the house. Put it on my tab.
Put it on the expense account.
Work will cover. Yeah, on the expense account. It felt like a real jet set radio. If you know what I mean.
It's fucking great. God, if we
cool.
clear like a little
Too
bit
bad
of
we
money
can't live
each,
like that.
Well, no. If only. If the PCP got vastly more successful. I mean, I just think about like those fucking guys, like Come Town and those other podcasts that make literally too much money. It's not right. It's wrong.
Imagine if we made like that much money. We could just live our lives being like, put it on the PCP account.
Pretty much.
Do you know who I am? I'm on the PCP. It's free.
Yeah.
It's great.
Okay, I guess the only like different thing that I have here is that I shaved all my fucking leg hair off. I shaved all
you sure
God, that did happen.
I shaved all of the hairs off my hands and legs and arms and feet.
I had talked about doing that, but Gib was the one who actually
guy.
committed.
Punish Gib and take.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
It was extremely gay, but I do think that having super smooth legs is very based for like 5 minutes.
Sure.
Because it feels like, whoa, what are these aren't my legs. And you touch them and you're like, that's not my leg. That was
You know what was
fun.
interesting? Which lecture was it, Gib? Because you were in a lot of pain.
It was my lecture.
Yeah, it was the first lecture.
Tom's
one.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where like, because I shaved my legs and then I didn't know how to do it. Like I did it wrong. I didn't realize I was giving myself like thousands of tiny microscopic cuts. I didn't see any blood, but they
I
were
mentioned
all
that
over.
to Michelle later, and she was like, "It should not hurt that much. That's not good. That's."
I was using like dull like 7-Eleven razors.
Yeah.
And I was scraping it all off, and the day after, I do it during the night, and then the day after, we did the OVA, which involved running around on the beach, rolling around in the sand, getting in the salty seawater, which fucked them up quite a bit.
Lol.
And, like, that night, I think... When did we do the first lecture? Was it the day after that?
The third or the fourth day?
I think so.
Maybe the fourth day?
Yeah. Monday the 9th.
It was the day after, I believe. Yeah.
They were in extreme pain. I was in constant pain the entire day, and I hated life, and I regretted everything. It sucked.
Yeah.
Don't do it if you don't know what you're doing.
Rules
but
for
on the other
life
hand,
right
pretty fucking base. Just fuck it, man. Just
Pretty
do
based,
it.
though? Yeah, pretty based.
It was pretty
Not
base to
cringe.
do it. I've never felt so smooth.
Indeed.
Gross.
Indeed.
Gross.
You're a hairy man.
Gross, dude.
I mean, I am
This
a
is
hairy
no-
man. I have shaved my body before, and yeah, it feels terrible.
No, it doesn't.
And it lasts
don't
like a
think so?
day.
I feel like once, like, for a few minutes, it feels like really good, and then, you know, when the pain sets in, then it feels
Yeah.
terrible. And but when the hairs come back,
Well,
they
like
start
when I've
poking
shaved
through.
like my like torso,
Yeah.
lamau, and then I'm like until the hair starts like moving around, like I feel my shirt on my skin
Right.
in a way
Yeah,
that
yeah.
is like very distracting. It's not painful exactly, but like it sucks.
I don't have a lot of chest hair, so that's not a big thing for me. But once in a while, I will shave like my armpits just because I'm like, well, this is too long. Let's just start over.
I have
here.
done that before, and it also feels bad. And I hate
It fucking hurts, especially when it grows back
the
a little
armpits?
bit, and then there's prickles, and then you're stabbing yourself
the,
with your
the
hair.
armpits.
Oh,
the
it's not
armpits are the
fun.
least bad part. I felt.
You think so?
Yeah, don't know why.
Well, maybe compared to other stuff. I mean, the armpits are fucking sensitive. I don't know.
I guess they are.
I should
I don't know.
mind.
Maybe I'm hard as nails. Maybe I'm the tough man. Like I didn't pass out when I should have. Through
Hard
the
as
pain.
nails. It ain't hard to tell.
I sat
You
through
break
that
'em
whole
down,
Animorphs
whether they be
lecture.
solid or frail.
I learned about yerks.
Yeah. Watch
Yeah.
the fucking Animorphs lecture. There's a bunch
Go
of people.
watch
The
it.
reaction's been incredibly positive, which I'm happy about.
K.A. Applegate approved.
Because I was like
Applejack
sweating
approved.
balls sitting there before we started, being like, this could suck.
Yeah. But no, it was good. Yeah, I promise you. And now the people are getting to voice their agreement, and it's great.
I dig it.
How
It's
how
my
many
favorite
views
thing
is
by
that
far
up
was
to
the
now?
shit about zero space. I
6 or
had
7K.
like I'm so happy that they came up with their own system of
It's at
faster than
11
light travel.
It's at 11K views already.
Well,
After
dang.
what, like two days, 1 day?
Less than 2 days.
And the lectures are slow burners. They retain serious viewership long term, and they just spread like a virus. They got.
I really
Nicarona.
wonder how much the Vriska lecture, because like the content of it is like it's pretty good. It's not like the best it could be. I feel like I fell short in a few areas,
Yeah,
but
they never are.
the subject matter, like there's a lot of Homestucks out there, and Vriska is a very contentious character. I titled it like the best character in Homestuck.
Indeed.
Vriska 101.
That makes me mad and angry
Are people
and filled with rage.
are people gonna jump on there saying no, it's not true. Vriska sucks. Is that gonna
So-
bolster the views? I hope it does.
Tom, when your lecture came out, I thought, oh boy, someone should post this on Reddit r/Animorphs. But then I was like, there's no way that exists. Or if it does, there's like 5 people on it.
Right.
But you should definitely post the Vriska one on like r/Homestuck.
Oh, I might get destroyed, but yes, I should.
Nah, wait. I know. Wait, is it like a universal thing that you're not supposed to self-promote on Reddit, or is it only some subreddits?
I assume it's well, maybe not.
Not every
No, no,
subreddit
no.
enforces that, but it is like general practice that like unless it says
No,
otherwise, you're not
I've seen-
supposed to self-promote.
Well, I mean, I'll fucking post it for you if you want me to.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's fine on the Homestuck Reddit. The reason I have reservations is that Homestuck fans, like vast majority, are people who are still into Homestuck, ergo people who are stupid. And they don't understand things like Act 6 wasn't as good as the rest of Homestuck, Vriska did nothing wrong. They believe that all of the bad things. And they are the, you know... So those are the people on the Reddit, and they will come to the video, and they
It
will
would
say
be like
no.
it would be like
No,
talking
Vriska
about. It's like when the
sucks.
Brony lecture is gonna drop, and you know,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited for that. I forgot
imagine
about that.
all the comments that'll be in there.
Dude.
It'll be sick.
I would love
I'm straight
fucking-
up hyped for the response to that one.
I'm pretty
Yeah, I would-
excited.
Imagine if FNGR does a huge, big, like, thing. Imagine if anyone, like, Misanthropony does
Dude,
like, a little reaction to it.
FNGR is such a fucking piece of shit that, like, it would be so funny if he tried to do anything about it. It would just, like, be... it would just make it even cooler that, like, oh, FNGR went and, like, he said all this shit in response to this video. It's like, that just means we're good. Like, if it makes FNGR mad, that just shows you that you're on the right path.
Lol.
and you should continue.
Shout out to my boy FNGR.
Shout out
Based
to
to
FNGR.
this very day.
Love you, buddy. What was I saying? Oh, hey, did anyone ever post, like, was there ever, like, a thread on Reddit about arm retrieval? Did that ever get posted there?
I don't know.
Did r/Homestuck have any response to arm retrieval?
Strong disavowal.
I
sure.
feel like if it's as you say, and the people on r/Homestuck, and I'm sure that you're right, that they're all like, no, Act 6 wasn't that bad. No, the ending was good.
Yeah.
Then they probably hated it.
Not all of them. I think it was posted there a little bit. A few people from who found arm retrieval via the Reddit are now like in RFCK. I think Shadok was one of those people.
Sick.
He was a Homestuck man. He found arm retrieval and he was based, so he liked it.
Yeah.
But it didn't get a lot of traction on the Reddit, I don't think.
Speaking of Shadok, I am having her. I don't know what Shadok is.
Sure.
I
It's
only
a
know
him.
Shadok as a gray blob from.
Yeah.
But I'm having Shadok make a little thing I'm commissioning for a little treat to slap into the fucking CWC 102 lecture. It's gonna be funny.
Of what medium?
It's gonna be
Are they an art person?
animator.
Animator. Oh, okay, cool.
This is gonna be a little funny thing. That,
They did
might
the
be
very
just-
first arm retrieval animated, if you remember that.
Oh, that's right. Okay, right. I remember now. Based.
It's based, dude. It's fucking based, dude.
How long do you think the based cringe meme is going to subsist post Radcon?
I thought
Because
it was
we're all
dead,
still
At least
saying
a
it.
year.
It's
At
there,
least a
you know.
year.
I think
Yeah.
I thought it was like dead a day or two ago, but now that I'm in this call and I'm hearing it, I'm just like, yeah, based and cringe is still based.
Well, I know that it's not dead because I am still saying it constantly in my real life, and that's all it takes. I'm gonna carry the torch to my grave.
I want to challenge someone to make images that we can use as emotes in the PCP Discord server that are based in cringe that we can then upvote and make let's keep this thing going.
They don't look like anything.
Well, just use some artistic ingenuity, folks, and decide on a look here.
I'm remembering Milhouse's dad playing oh god, what's that game where you draw and everyone's got
Pictionary?
not Pictionary. Is it Pictionary? Yeah, playing
Yeah.
Pictionary and he draws the squiggle and it's dignity.
Oh yeah. Exactly. That's what I hope to see. Yeah. Oh
Man, what the
times.
fuck? Milhouse's dad is the worst guy.
No, he's the best guy.
the fuck?
Kirk Van Houten. Oh, dude, next Radcon 5, Kirk Van Houten lecture.
Oh, definitely.
That's some deep lore.
That's a Vriska tier lecture in terms of scale.
I
Single
on the subject
character
of Kirk
lectures.
Here,
Yeah.
be Vriska-esque. So in that episode, he's like really mean to his wife, and he's like yelling at her and like taking her for granted and stuff. I'm just curious, in any of his
remember.
appearances, if he in fact had appearances before that episode, was that like something like he was shown to be like aggressive or rude to his
No.
wife, or was that
Was
like
he-
kind of
wait.
made for that video, for that episode?
Was he? I mean, was he like the bad guy?
I think it's. I mean, if I remember that episode, like that, he was being very rude and mean to his wife.
I kind of just remember that like they just are angry at each other like the whole time, and then they get divorced.
Historically, or just in that episode?
Just in that episode, they were like just like normal parents. I think before that,
I think that's true.
There's the one where
unironically-
in the Magic 8-Ball episode when Bart and Milhouse are like beating the crap out of each other. They come out and the mom is like, Milhouse is out of bed and full of beans. And Kurt's like, it's a miracle. And they just leave.
That seemed like a pretty happy family at that time.
They were doing good.
Wait, why was he full of beans? What did that mean?
It was because he has, in that episode...
Spunk.
Yeah, he got broken up with by the girl, and he was like in bed, and he was depressed, and then he found out that Bart did it, and
it's because he was killing Bart at that very moment.
He leapt. He just started strangling Bart and kicking his ass, and they're like, "Oh yeah, he's back! Milhouse is back, baby!"
I remember that. Oh, that was great. That was fantastic.
Unironically, The Simpsons is so old now, you could do a lecture on The Simpsons, because so many new people don't get into it.
A lecture on The Simpsons would be... There's way more of The Simpsons to talk about than there is of, like, Homestuck.
It would have to be a very specific focus on, like,
you would have to
or
be...
something.
I mean, do you guys know
The
that...
fucking Hans Moleman lecture.
Yeah.
Well, do you guys know the channel The Real Gyms?
I think you've talked about it before.
Yeah, The Real Gyms, he... Not like lectures, but he does like YouTube videos where he'll like spotlight a character and talk about like their entire history throughout like the show.
What's the length of one of those? Just out of curiosity.
Maybe like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Or something.
Okay. So you got to keep it limited scope.
He did one on Hans Moleman. He did an Edna Krabappel. I don't think there's one on Kirk Van Houten, but there might be.
There should be.
Let me find out. Why did we start talking about The Simpsons?
I have no idea. I don't remember.
Because it's a great show. Because it's a good show, and everyone who didn't watch it missed out, didn't have a childhood. Fucking Zoomers don't know. Back in the day when
it's
The
still
Simpsons
going,
was good.
right? They could watch it today.
Yeah, but it's not good now. It's past its prime.
Yeah, it's over
it's
the
not
hill.
relevant.
Relevance-wise, yeah, that's true.
One day, every single person who worked on the first season of The Simpsons will be dead, but The Simpsons will be alive.
No, there is no Kirk Van Houten episode.
Update your shit, bro. We need
Real
it.
Gyms. Okay.
Well, hey, so that said, how about voicemails? I got them right here. I'm ready to go.
I guess we might as well move on to voicemails.
Excellent. I've got a selection that will titillate the senses, I've no doubt. So everybody, of course you know, SpeakPipe link down below. Click on it, leave voicemails there, etc., etc. Now, of note, it's been like, since, like Ben said at the beginning, it's been like 3 weeks since we've had like a real episode where we can answer voicemails. Now, there aren't that many. I think I have 7 total. There's more like 6 because there's like some 2-parter stuff here. But let's take a look. Here we go. First one is from Clyde Caliber, and let's see what he has in store for us. And go.
Best date idea you've ever heard in your entire life. 3, 2, 1, go. Take her to Best Buy. Go to the back where the Blu-rays are. Tell her to pick out whichever one she likes best. Doesn't matter which one it fucking is. You immediately go and buy it. If she's confused as to why, and she doesn't want it for some reason, just tell her it's for your dad.
Wow.
That's his suggestion.
You really know how to pick them, Nate.
I liked it. What's your favorite date idea, guys?
Joke's on him. Best Buy literally today announced that they're closing all of their stores. You can't go inside them.
Store? Wait, is this a Corona thing or is this
for the pandemic?
For the pandemic thing. You
okay.
can only do curbside pickup now. So your plan is foiled already.
I prefer curb stomp pickup, where they just kill me on the curb when I pull up. Maybe we can do that.
When I go to Whole Foods, I had my local Whole Foods is connected to a Starbucks, and it's funny. I see like people wait outside the Starbucks, and like the barista comes out the door, asks what they want, and then like brings it outside to them.
Fascinating.
It's very weird.
Pretty strange.
Best date idea? I don't fucking know.
Hey, you know what is funny?
Why would you ask me that?
Yeah, Ben has no ideas, clearly.
My favorite date idea is self-isolation. Just stay indoors and don't talk to anyone.
Yes.
Skype with your GF. Great idea. Okay, well, you know what? It doesn't matter. One of the reasons that I wanted to play this one was to remind me that I just watched the Steven Universe episodes.
God, I haven't watched any of those.
They're not all bad. I think there's 16 out now, and I
never even finished original Steven Universe.
You should. Have you seen the movie?
I didn't watch the last like 5 episodes.
So you haven't seen the movie yet?
I did see the movie.
Oh, okay, good. That's better than the episodes. Fuck the episodes. Although there is some good stuff there. Okay, whatever. I was gonna say that in the last. Okay, so actually, of note, this Friday, in fact, the day you're listening to this at like 7 p.m., the final 2 episodes. So there's like 4 of the mini half episodes. That's how Steven Universe works. The final like 4 Steven Universe episodes are airing like today, and the series is ending forever. Steven Universe's future is over as of a couple hours after you're hearing this. So that's interesting.
I guess the movie and a season afterwards never really caught on because I completely forgot immediately that it was a thing after I heard that it was a thing.
Michelle's been watching and been reminding me, and I finally caught up with her yesterday. And as always, I still like Steven Universe a lot, though I always make fun of it because there's some dumb shit. Okay, but there was one.
What's the general plot? What does Steven do?
Sure.
I think
in summary, so like Steven Universe happened, then and they saved the world. Then the movie happens, and they're dealing with like fallout of like some fucked up shit that's still going on. Now that that's done, it's just a little bit after that. And basically, it's just the story of Steven having PTSD from his experiences and like acclimating back to being like a normal teenager.
I think you maybe explained that somewhere before.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little hard to see Steven be such a whiny baby when he used to be such a Chad child. But it's
doesn't he have
understandable.
like PTSD now?
Huh?
That's what he said.
Yeah.
What?
That's pretty much the issue. That's almost exactly what they're implying. That he's got like PTSD and it makes him all fucked up in some ways. He's got like weird. Everyone's like going off to college and like doing their own thing, and Steven doesn't know what he wants to do, and he feels really lonely and scared because he's missing people that he loved and stuff. But
post-traumatic Steven disorder.
The reason that I mention it is because here's a spoiler of an event that happens. I won't tell you how it goes. Okay, I have to tell you how it goes for the sake of this event. But Steven, like I said, he's feeling really lonely, and Connie's going to go off to college, and Steven doesn't know what he wants to do. So he talks to like Ruby and Sapphire separately because they're doing their own stuff, and they both suggest that Steven propose to Connie. These two have never been on a date.
What?
Connie gave him a kiss on the cheek once in the movie. They propose marriage is the proposal.
They gem fucked before.
Actually, Garnet later says, like, you can't trust...
Are you trying to tell... Nate,
what?
Are you trying to tell me that you don't think Steven and Connie, like, know each other well enough?
Ben, they have not been on one date ever. You think marriage is the appropriate step
Are you fucking insane? They've spent like 3 seasons together. They don't need to go on a date. They fucking spent a huge amount of time together.
Well, I guess it's a good thing that the narrative literally agrees with me and not you, because Connie says, obviously, no, I'm not going to do that. So there you go.
Well, look, I'm not saying no, you fucking idiot. I didn't say yes, they should get married. I said it doesn't matter that they haven't been on a formal date.
I mean, I don't think that's how romance works, so whatever. Look, the point of it is...
What?
Ben,
what is wrong with you?
It doesn't matter, Ben. The point is that in this fucking retarded-ass situation, Steven sets out this, like, amazing spread. It's an incredibly romantic scene, and he, like, sings the song for Connie, and Connie is visibly wooed and would definitely fuck if pressed, but instead of like doing anything romantic, he just jumped straight to marry me. And I just wanted to say, everything about the way he did that was perfect, except he had way too high of ambitions for this one scene. But it was like a really great romantic scene that he just, for some reason, in his weird asexual autistic brain, thought that marriage was the appropriate step to go to.
Aren't they like 16?
Yeah.
That's super
How
weird.
Is she going to college at 16?
She's actually like a year younger than Steven, I think, too. So, I don't know.
What?
You tell me. She's
fuck?
really smart.
Is this... I cannot imagine... Is this played for laughs?
Okay, I mean...
The entirety of Steven Universe is played for laughs.
The setup is absolutely played for laughs, but the emotional consequences of Connie saying no is legitimately devastating to Steven.
Well,
so that's
excellent.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That was pretty good.
But I wanted a white
I'm pretty excited for the
fence.
finale of Steven Universe. I'm looking forward to it.
I guess I'll have to get caught
anyway.
up.
You should. I mean,
wait. The idea is that he needs to propose to her. What, to like keep her from going away to college?
Oh, you know what? He specifically proposes. Yes, Ben. But even more than that, he proposes to say like, because he gets the idea from Ruby and Sapphire. Let's be Stevani forever. Let's like do that.
Oh,
right?
No.
No.
That's fucking weird.
Yeah,
This is what you get for listening to Gems.
I mean,
it's funny because Garnet herself says, like, Steven, you listen to Ruby and Sapphire, two, like, love-addled retards. Listen to me, Garnet, because I'm smarter than them, even though I am them. I don't quite get it. But
Garnet is that.
For this particular scene, she needed to not be, so she wasn't. And it was perfect. Love that.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. It's not
Next
a perfect
voicemail.
show.
Jesus
Next voicemail,
Christ.
Right. Okay. Oh, you're going to love this. This is from Virgin Rage is calling in. Let's hear what he has to say. Go.
I can't wait.
Oh, you're so nice, Jax. You're so sweet and kind and wonderful. And, oh, I love that new haircut you got. Oh, you're so handsome. And you're so funny and so talented and nice and strong. And you'll make the perfect boyfriend one day. Oh, you're going to make the perfect husband when you grow up.
When you grow up.
Then why won't any of you just fuck me already?
That's it.
Because they're lying to you. They don't actually mean it.
Hard agree, I guess.
Hard agree. I think they mean it.
I'm gonna vote yes on that.
Yeah. These women are gaslighting you, and that is emotional abuse. That they're not having sex with you. Got to agree.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine living your whole day being told how handsome and cute you are, and none of the women are having sex with you. Something's wrong.
Don't let them get away with it. Make them pay.
Yeah, it's the only thing to do.
They
get what they fucking deserve.
Make them pay.
Fucking.
Make them pay.
All
I'm not
right,
telling you to do anything specific. Just use your imagination.
Yeah, no.
Make them
let
pay
it run
for
wild.
make them pay for your OnlyFans account. That's what you should do.
Yeah.
That's the way. Okay, next one we've got Radcon Forever. Okay, and take it away. Go.
Bro, so, like, what if you guys get stuck in your little Virginia place because of the corona shit? Like, what if like, Gib
Great
can't
question.
go back and, like, none of you guys can, like, go anywhere?
Yeah, what
and
if?
you're stuck in Radcon forever. That's the joke. Bye-bye.
Excellent.
I guess we would have just had to, like, crash at Digi and Vic's house.
It would have been the only thing to do, yeah.
Or, I mean, the alternative would be drain the Radcon fund on, like, getting a fucking hotel until such time as we can leave.
I would have considered just, like, renting a car and driving home.
I mean, obviously, the only viable thing would have been immediately kickstarting Radcon 5 and doing it.
Yeah,
spend your precious money that
you
you don't have the ability to go to work anymore. Spend your money on us.
Right.
Please.
Imagine if there had been, like, I mean, I can't imagine that they would have, like, said, like, no traveling within the country, but, like, I can imagine a scenario in which, like, flights stop leaving the country.
Yeah.
And that would have been...
That's definitely possible. Gib was the most vulnerable, probably.
It would have been really funny if you were just stuck here for, like,
a month,
months,
maybe, or something.
Years.
Lol.
I mean, on the one hand, it would be pretty scary because I'm just like coronavirus. It's a pandemic. I want to be I don't know, in a place I'm used to, at least.
A place where you can
but
get
on the other
healthcare
hand,
that doesn't cost $3,000 to get a coronavirus test.
Yeah, that's also the thing. But like on the other hand, it would be pretty cool to have an excuse to stay in America for an extended period of time.
Sure.
It's not really a thing to like get a flight and that leaves like a bunch of months later. Like you have to stay for a certain amount of time, and then if you stay for too long, you're an illegal immigrant. You got to get out.
You know, I got a good deal on me and Tom's plane tickets, but it turned, like, I guess like the price of tickets dropped precipitously because of the pandemic. It actually would have cost less if I had waited till the last minute to buy them.
Just one of those things. No way to predict.
Yeah, there was no way to know at the time, unfortunately.
Hey, I just thought of something. I realized that I'm so scared of flying. I'm so afraid of it.
You say you realized. Was this not a thing earlier?
I did not use.
Was so uncomfortable.
I did not use
being there, watching you have like all but a panic attack while flying, and being completely confused as to what to do, if anything, to comfort this poor man.
No, I mean there was nothing you could.
It was just like a descent into just like madness, because like we're getting on the plane the first time.
I didn't used to be like this. I didn't used to do.
You just have to understand this from my perspective, because like we're getting on the first flight and we're walking down, into the back of the plane because we're in coach, and like you just like are like still in generally good spirits, and you admitted off like comment of like, oh yeah, I'm not really a fan of flying, and I didn't know how serious to take that, and like you were hamming it up because like we're walking past one of like the stewardesses, they're like, hey, we're gonna be okay, right? And he's just like, yeah, we're gonna be fine. And I was like, oh, there's Ben having a good time riffing on the help. How hilarious, not realizing he was deadly serious about this question.
My mask like progressively cracked. I got more afraid with every flight. I was worse on the second one and worst on the third.
You'd think it would go the opposite way because it proved to, turn out okay.
I'm not kidding. I spent like every night at Radcon, and it got worse as it went on. I would have trouble sleeping because I would be thinking about, oh God, I have to take another flight home. I have to fly again. It cost me sleep, and it was upsetting. And I don't know what's wrong with me. This is like a new thing. This is like I flew to Radcon 3 and. Yeah. Did I like flying? No. But I didn't
you didn't fly to Radcon 3 because you lived in the Boston area.
No, you flew.
I didn't. No, I lived in Georgia.
You're still in Georgia at the time.
Oh, that's
right.
That
was back in the day. Yeah. And like, I didn't... On the flight home, I had like such a strong like fucking episode that I had to like get out of my seat and like fucking hustle to the front of the plane and like accost the flight attendants and be like, what is happening? What are we doing?
Why? Wait, was there turbulence or something?
While you were in
there
flight?
There was no turbulence, but Ben was just like constantly like looking out the windows and being like, where are we? I don't get it. I don't understand what's going on. And I'm just like, Ben, we're above the clouds and it's nighttime. That's why you can't see anything. But like he was not having any of this shit.
I could see the clouds. I could see that we were above the clouds, but I kept feeling as though I had a constant feeling like we were turning. We weren't turning, but I kept thinking that we were turning, and I was like, why are we turning? Where are we going? And then like we changed altitude at some point, and I was like, why is this happening? Why? Okay. What? No, something's wrong. And I had to go ask the flight attendants, like, is this normal? Is this normal? And they were like, yes, this is normal. And I'm like, okay. And I went and I sat down again. And it was fucking
Did you have action movie like
there was no screens
playing in your
or
head?
Anything? No. There was.
Was it like intense music?
The first flight was better because we had the screens and it showed our altitude, so I could watch the screen and be like, okay, I see where we are. I see our altitude. It's normal. We're not plummeting. We're on track. This is reasonable. But the second two flights did not have those, and you have no idea there's no frame of reference. Ben, what's going on.
I don't know if every flight has this, but I've discovered recently that when planes don't have the screens that show a thing, a lot of them do have like a Wi-Fi connection thing that you can use to actually show the progress and all those stats on your phone if you connect to that. So perhaps that would be a helpful thing.
You usually got to pay for that though.
They're not. I mean, it's been free, dog.
I mean, my flight had free Wi-Fi.
I've never had a free thing.
My flight had free Wi-Fi. Well, anyway, I just thought I'd mention that. It was a weird and unpleasant thing that happened, and I don't like it.
I hope that gets better. I don't know.
Yeah. I know that statistically flying is the safest way to travel, but it is also the scariest.
I mean...
You're the least likely to die.
Sure,
but I constantly think I am going to die.
I understand.
You're the most likely to shit yourself.
Maybe you'd be more comfortable. Like, I mean, imagine Radcon 5. Let's just say theoretically it's in Virginia Beach again or whatever. You could maybe take a train. It'd take longer, but
it was so bad that I'm considering just never flying again and taking the train just to avoid feeling that way.
I don't really see any downside.
Even though it would probably be more expensive and take like 10 times as long.
Possible.
Smash cut to you being on the train. You look out the window and it's dark, and he's like, "Wait, where are we? Where are we going?"
Oh, and the plane is plummeting towards the train directly at Ben's window.
What? Why is our altitude change? Where are we going?
Like the shitty trains, like the commuter rail sucks, but like a good train, like Acela or whatever, is like those are a joy. Those are just a fucking like a cross country train or just a treat. They're just a treat.
Ben, your insistence on taking the train reminds me a lot of one Joseph Biden talking about investing in rail.
He loves. That's the one thing. That's the one thing that you gotta hand it. Just like ISIS,
you do not.
Biden,
in fact,
you gotta hand it to him. He's a big fan of rail, and so am I.
Fair
Good
enough.
for him.
And so is ISIS.
My hashtag my president.
All right, let's go on to our next voicemail here from an individual named Corn. All right, Corn, take it away.
Hey, PCP. Y'all better stay inside and be practicing that social distancing, because if not, you're all fucked. But anyway, my question is, do y'all have any like media you'd recommend people going through
the Pro
while they're
Crastinators
stuck holed up inside? Like YouTube videos, TV shows, vidya, anything that you just like recommend for like
I do
the coming months?
Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
thanks.
Got it.
Enjoy
Quarantine
your
media
social
recommendations. Got it.
distancing.
End of voicemail.
Y'all better not be social.
I have a bunch of things that I like. Here, I'll tell you what I really long Final Fantasy Let's Play or speed runs from like
Just play the game.
Nah, it's gay.
Yeah, right.
No, like speed runs of like Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9.
Those are
like
fun.
6, 7, 8, 9 from like GDQ.
You learn a lot
I
watching
love those.
speedruns that you won't get just playing through anyway.
Yeah. Not every speedrun is interesting, but the really long Final Fantasy ones, I can't get enough.
Bro, I said this the other day, but I was just watching a speedrun of Chrono Trigger. It just felt good to just look at that game. Ooh, God.
Did you watch the one by Puexel from like 2016 or something? The one I remember, the Chrono Trigger one, it was like the final game of like some AGDQ.
I think
and
it
like
was
at
that.
the end, like they passed $3 million.
That's
and it's like
right
the
at the
crowd
end.
goes
Yep,
fucking
that was the
crazy.
One. It was great.
Yeah,
I loved it because they did all
awesome.
the end game quests and stuff. Ooh, it was satisfying as shit.
Yeah,
Good shit.
My other recommendation would be
Remember when Square Enix was good? Kill me. I'm sorry. Go on.
No. The fucking Yogg's cast Shadow of Israfel. I haven't watched it in a while, but I watched it like maybe like 6 or 7 years ago, and when I found it, I thought it was like the coolest thing ever. It's a really long Let's Play series, but it really goes places you don't expect it to go. If you've never watched, I feel like Yogg's cast isn't that relevant anymore, but like, I don't know, Shadow of Israfel was a very cool Minecraft series that is
did
not
one of those guys get Me Too'd? Can I ethically consume this content?
I don't know. Did he? Is that true?
I think so. I don't really know. I disavow that I said that.
I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Give it a shot. It's like, have I talked about it and how it's like, it's you think it's just
you have talked about it. Yeah.
You think they're just playing Minecraft, but then like some weird shit starts to happen, and like suddenly there's like this whole narrative that emerges, and it's cool, man.
Sounds cool.
I guess I've kind of spoiled that reveal just by talking about it, but like it's cool, man.
People need to know the hook anyway.
Yeah.
So there you go. Okay, Gib Tom, you want to suggest something?
I got a few. Animorphs, obviously, fucking based.
Yep.
Read that.
That's the time.
It's all like PDFs are available for free, right?
They're all available.
How do I
free.
open PDF?
But how do I open PDF exactly, Gib? We're trapped here.
Listen, Jack. Actually, speaking of Jack,
hey man, hey Jack, how do I open PDF? You're a dang junkyard polecat.
Oh my god! The second thing I was going to recommend is Tales from the Gas Station, which is a series starring a character named Jack.
I thought you were going to go with Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, because there's a Jack in that as well.
There is a Jack in that as well. Jack is a common name.
It is.
I don't know if you're aware, but there are many Jacks throughout
Remember when he
all
climbed
of
that
media.
beanstalk? That was fucked up.
Yeah. Jack's had a long and storied adventure all throughout the years. But yeah, no, Tales from the Gas Station's great. If you like kind of like creepypasta kind of story, but like it's humorous and tongue-in-cheek, it kind of like pokes fun at the genre. It's pretty great. I love it. 10 out of 10.
Let's give people, since this is a practical question of all this quarantine. Do you know where they can find it? Where it's available?
You can. It's on No Sleep, on Reddit. But if you prefer listening to it, Mr. Creepypod does a narration of it on YouTube, and it's very well done. That's how I listen to it. I highly recommend it. And if you really enjoy it, Jack, Gas Station Jack, the guy who writes the stories, also has 2 novelizations that expand upon the story, available on Amazon. I have both of them in hardback. They're very good.
Cool.
And the last thing I was going to recommend is I don't remember, so I'm just gonna say those 2.
Sure. All right, Gib. What do you recommend?
Go to giveandtake.site and read Bale Jape and the Lord of Ghosts comic. Those are based. Those are good. Aside from that, I guess like most people probably have a long list of things that they've been meaning to get around to.
Yeah,
just do one of those.
Yeah, check your backlog.
Like I would
people.
probably like if I have. I mean, I can work on the internet, so I have no real excuse to not work.
Yep.
But if I'm like unable to do anything, if I'm unable to move, I'm gonna try and figure out how to watch all of Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Yeah,
I've been meaning to get around to that.
That's Queen. That's what I'm talking about.
I should do that as well.
That's a big one, and like big old things that you don't have the time to usually get around to.
Smart.
Watch every video. Watch every video by Thought Slime. Listen to Chapo Trap House. Get radicalized. Now's the time.
There's never been
It's
a better time
more...
to seethe in your house than right now.
It's never been more important, guys.
Oh, and play Pokemon Go. Oh, you can't.
Ooh, big
fuck.
Hey, I got a couple.
The last thing I was gonna say was
ahead.
Critical Role. If you want to just like literally do nothing, like there's so much fucking Critical Role to get caught up on. There's like literally thousands of hours of over the 2 campaigns. It's super fun. It's great. Critical Role is like a bunch of professional voice actors DM'd by Matthew Mercer playing a Dungeons and Dragons campaign. And it sounds gay, super fucking based, because they all are doing like professional voice over for all their characters, and they get into character. And like Matt Mercer does like 50 different voices and does voices for all the enemies and all the NPCs. Oh, it's grand. 10 out of 10. Love Critical Role. Definitely watch it.
I guess I could get. Maybe I'll start watching. I'm sort of out of things to watch on YouTube these days. Maybe I should start watching. I should go back and catch up on the C Team. That fucking. Oh God, what's the Acquisitions Incorporated? The C Team. Yeah, the like they do like a D&D thing.
Okay.
It's the penny run by the Penny Arc. I don't watch the main series, Acquisitions Incorporated. I mostly watch the like side series from all their like fucking second-rate friends nobody's ever heard of till now. Base.
Well, I've got some obvious suggestions, but look, with the amount of time you got here, there has never, and there will never be, very likely, a better time to catch up on One Piece. It's still my favorite thing. Yeah. You can catch up on One Piece if you dedicate yourself over like 2 weeks without too much of a sweat, I would say.
Oh, yeah. I have a little One Piece to catch up on myself.
And then you can listen to the Pod D cast every week, folks. Wouldn't that be fun?
Whoa.
And
it's
definitely Star
way,
Trek.
Nate.
Next Generation is the best so far, but if you like a little more edgy war stuff, you can check out Deep Space Nine, or the original if you like more goofy shit. And also, it's a great time for big, long, old RPGs. So how about fucking, Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy, any of them? 7 is a good place to start, I guess. 6, 5, 9.
I realized I forgot that
All
I
the
had like
numbers.
Final Fantasy 9, like the PlayStation 1 version. Just I bought it one day and I never played it, and now I'm playing it.
Do it.
It's a great
I love
game,
9.
dude. You would love 9, I think. It's really got a
9
great art
is
style.
so fucking good. Going off the Star Trek recommendation, if you like Star Trek and you finish Star Trek, Babylon 5 is so fucking good. It's amazing. It's another show that came out around, a little, like a couple years, I think, after TNG. It was like mid-90s. Really fucking great. Great characters, great story. Love it. If you want more like cool sci-fi stuff, Babylon 5 does not disappoint.
Did you say, Ben, that you hate 9 just now?
No, I said I never beat it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
I still have to go back and
beat
beat 3 and
I never
8
beat
one of
6.
these days.
I never beat 6 either, even though I consider it my favorite one.
That's all right. There's tons to do in there. Oh, they're good. Good games. Was there something else I was going to suggest? Also, how about Legend of Dragoon? There's a classic game that nobody talks about anymore. Go play Legend of Dragoon. Great game.
I never beat that one either.
Oh, that game gets off the fucking rails in a good way. Remember that legacy, Ben, of how our disc 3 of Legend of Dragoon was broken for so many years? We could not play.
Jeff or whatever.
I think it was Matt. He were playing Frisbee with the disc. Oh wait, no, that was later.
What the fuck?
A guy a guy in our fucking Boy Scout troop broke disc 3 of Legend of Dragoon. And it took forever for us to get our parents to talk to his parents and make him fucking buy us a new one.
I think ultimately, I think that did happen, but I didn't even play it. And then I lost it, and I was sad for years. But then I think Ben, for Christmas one year, bought me a new copy of Legend of Dragoon, and with that, I finally beat the game.
Did I?
I think so. That's my recollection anyway.
I vaguely remember that. That sounds like it might have happened.
That's how I remember it happening. And I'm glad it happened because it was good and it's a great game and literally save Legend of Dragoon. Please bring them back. They're dying and they deserve more.
There's no GDQ. I would love to watch a speedrun of it. I would love to watch a GDQ, but there's none. There's one speedrun video on YouTube of it, but it's just some guy. And it's not that interesting because the commentary is very low energy and sporadic.
It doesn't strike me as a great game for speedrunning anyway, with the weird ways that the encounters work and other stuff. I don't know. All right, well, you got plenty of suggestions there, folks. Play some video games. Play the new Doom. It's good. I like it. Or the old Doom. That's also good. Okay, play Kingdom Hearts. Ooh, now's a good time to play the good Kingdom Hearts. 1, Chain of Memories. 2, and I guess I'll put 3 in there now that there's good DLC for it. Skip everything else. Okay, we had more questions here. Let me see.
How many more do we got?
3 more total, but this is 2 and 1. So let's we can do these real quick.
I've suddenly been swept over with a wave of fatigue.
Well, luckily,
which is one of the symptoms of the coronavirus.
Oh, no. Uh-oh. Ride it out, Ben. We're getting there. Okay, good news, everybody. Get ready to have fun because it's Riddle My Ass Batman with the Scooby-Doo Murder Mystery Files. He's calling in. Okay. Oh, and by the way, he asked me to remind everybody that canonically what's going on is that Johnny Bravo is playing Who Wants to Be a PCP Millionaire. And so that's what's happening when we last left our hero.
He missed his chance because he didn't show up to the meetup to get his PC penny.
Is that what? I'm sure that's true. I don't.
Well, that's the easiest way to become a millionaire.
That's true.
A PCP millionaire specifically.
So let's see how things go for our hero. Okay, take it away. Go.
Well, Johnny, would you like to continue? We've been away on break for a while. Is it lay it on me, brother? I want to earn some money. Is it Okay, next question. Who is about to kill Johnny Bravo? What are you talking about? Hoo-ha! Oh,
fuck.
Scooby. That's who. Where's my money, punk? Scooby-Doo at gunpoint. I always knew I'd die this way. Stop stalling. Where's my money? Woo! Scooby-Doo, give yourself up. You're highly surrounded. Better be careful. I have Riddle My Ass Batman at gunpoint. Like Scoob, you don't have to do this, man. Raggy, I always knew you'd betray me. Hey, Scoob. Yeah, Riddle My Ass Batman. Your plan has one fatal mistake. Oh, yeah? What would that be? Before you killed Johnny Bravo, he taught me karate. Hi-ya! Karate suplex. Well, Raggy. Take him away, boys. I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you, Riddle My Ass Batman, you meddling kids. Thank you. Tune in next time for the exciting backstory of this predicament in the Scooby-Doo Mystery Murder Files.
I have to know the backstory. I have to know the context.
Yeah, I'm dying.
Mystery Murder Files.
Well, guys, I got great news.
The little false starts make this elevated 7 rungs up the ladder of greatness.
It's so true. Keep it going, Riddle My Ass Batman. I think he wanted to come to the meetup, but he couldn't do it for whatever reason. So we missed you, buddy. We missed you.
What a shame.
We have you in our thoughts and prayers.
I had forgotten the joy of a Riddle My Ass Batman voice.
They never fail. So I forget if with the Johnny Bravo thing, I think that was just called Who Wants to Be a PCP Millionaire, if I remember
It just
correctly.
happened to have
believe
Johnny
that
Bravo
was.
in it.
But now,
Yeah,
the fact that it's called the
why not?
Scooby-Doo Mystery Murder Files, it's actually, Scooby-Doo is doing the murder mystery. He is the criminal in these files. And I wonder if there'll be more.
Right. Scooby-Doo sounded a lot like Batman.
He did. Yeah, he did. He occasionally sounded a little bit like Batman.
Sometimes. Okay, well,
Except
hey,
when he said Raggy.
I've got good news. We heard a little bit of it there at the end, but we've been provided a full Scooby-Doo Mystery Murder theme song by Riddle My Ass Batman. So let's listen and enjoy. Take it away.
Look out for Scooby-Doo. He's gonna murder you. He's gonna rape you in the butt. I see you, Scooby-Doo, and your Mr. Murder Crew. Look out for Scooby-Doo, because he's gonna murder you. Don't look back till you find a safer path. Scooby's wrath will be waiting there for you. Look out for Scooby-Doo. He's gonna murder you. He's gonna rape you in the butt. I see you, Scooby-Doo, and your Mr. Murder Crew. Look out for Scooby-Doo, because he's gonna murder you. Da-na-na, da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Da-na-na, da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Scooby-Doo's gonna murder you.
Say it again.
Yeah.
More encore.
That was great.
Is that the second OP?
Maybe it is.
Yeah.
Maybe it
Scooby-Doo.
is. That's my favorite one for sure. Incredible. Keep them coming. Love it. All right, we've got one more message, and this one's coming in hot from an individual known as the Big Gay. Okay, let's clear the floor and let them say their
from
piece.
RFCK?
It could be. Let's find out. Take it away. Go.
I am a big, smelly, gay demon, and I hate everything good. That is why I hate the PCP dating sim releasing on April 1st. Don't play it unless you want to have a good time. Don't go to Twitter at PCP Dating for updates. Don't download the game on April 1st. Especially don't live stream it if you're a PCP member. That would be terrible. You
true.
don't want to end up gay like me.
That voicemail, that was from Oblivion Fall. He told me he was sending it.
Classic
Big gay. And so when you hear
Oblivion
this,
Fall
in
is the
5 days, April 1st will be the release of the PCP dating sim, according to this. So
is Oblivion Fall the big gay?
It sounded like them snakes to me.
It sounded like them snakes.
I was thinking it sounded like a little like them snakes too.
Yeah.
Is it just a coincidence that there's another guy called the Big Gay?
I feel like it's a coincidence, but I don't know for sure. I'm not sure.
Oh god, what a fucking quagmire.
Indeed.
Didn't the demo for the PCP dating sim come out last April 1st?
That sounds right.
You did.
Yeah?
And we all thought they were joking and it wasn't a real thing, but then
That is true.
You see, I was going to say, let's not ignore the fact that they're releasing this quote-unquote project on quote-unquote April 1st, April Fool's Day.
That's what we thought last time.
Yeah.
But
It
then
is.
it really happened.
The joke then...
the tweet literally said the joke was that they spent way too much time.
Right. That was the joke then. Now the joke is that was all a joke, and none of it's actually coming out.
There is no game.
It's
a rich
it's
tapestry.
ripened.
They said it would come out before Radcon 4 and that we could play it live, but they failed.
That's okay.
They fucked it up. It's all a big joke. They're just gonna they're
just
gonna
buying
post
time eternally now.
They're just gonna post a PDF that you can't open.
I won't be able to figure out how to open that, and that'll really quagmire my presidency. I'm very excited. I trust Oblivion to deliver this message. I believe that it's true, even though I don't have any proof or anything. There you go, April 1st,
we have
people.
only his word.
Indeed. I assume on the behalf of... I don't know if Oblivion even worked with them to work on it. Maybe they just asked him to convey the message. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't even know if that was like his recording. Maybe he was like passed it along. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But April 4th, people, go follow at it's PCP Dating.
You mean first. April 1st.
April 1st, that's right. Which is going to be 5 days after you hear this, people. So pretty soon.
Oh god, it's upon us.
It's upon us. The day we were just last episode saying like, where the fuck is it?
I don't consent. viewer, you're not allowed to fucking use my route. My route is off limits. It's for me and my future God-chosen, destined wife.
Jennifer Diane Wright.
Jennifer Diane Wright, and Stephen Lepisto, and Sandra Woodruff.
Join the collective.
And fucking
Ben's
that
joining
last
that
one, like
polyamorous
Ezekiel,
relationship.
whatever his fucking name was.
The real life Borg cube over there. It's based. Well, there you go, people. I'm pretty excited about it. That was our last voicemail update with the PCP Dating Sim. Very excited to see how that turns out. So check it out in a couple days.
Eldenath Davila.
Of
that
course.
was the fourth
Who
one.
could forget that memorable character?
Yeah.
All right, well, that's it, everybody. Hey, leave more voicemails. SpeakPipe link is in the description. Keep them coming. We will be listening to them and rolling them out and enjoying them, as you've seen here. And other than that, it's patreon.com/The Procrastinators is where you need to go for all, the best PCP-related bullshit. I think when you hear this...
Bonus episodes.
A bonus episode's coming out like a couple... Oh, well, it should be on April 1st, which will be the day that the fucking dating sim comes out. So get ready for that, ladies and gentlemen. And there's like fucking 35 other ones. So what a deal. $5 a month or so. Give us money. We would be eternally grateful. And more PCP stuff from Radcon 4 will be rolling out, as you will expect. So watch for updates on the Kickstarter page. I'm sure we'll be announcing and retweeting a lot of them on Twitter at TP Crastinators. So as always, follow that for updates and stuff. And I think at some point, we want to make available via purchase to those latecomers the like the bonus footage. We'll probably sell it for some amount, kind of like we did with the Radcon 3 stuff. So if you missed out, you may get a chance to catch some of it later on. But we'll keep you posted about that. Probably be another thing on Gumroad or whatever. In any case, that's going to do it.
Cool.
That's it for the episode.
Sounds pretty base.
It's not bad.
Ooh.
Very little cringe. Very
dude, and ending the episode, though, totally cringe.
That is cringe.
Not base.
The fact that it's not 3, 4, 5 hours long, a pathetic 2 hours, not particularly based. That's all there is to say about it. Okay, I gotta go. I gotta go play Doom. I gotta go work on videos. I gotta fight more bosses in Kingdom Hearts 3. Remind. Oh my god, I love my life and I love my body. Thanks everybody for donating to the Kickstarter and making Radcon 4 up. And we got more content to make for you. And we'll see you back next week with another episode. Bonus episode soon. That's it. All right, see you then. Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye, everyone. Thank you. Mwah.
Goodbye. Don't die.